I'm great, man. Thank you so much for having me on. I've seen you've been absolutely killing the tables in my absence.
I've been doing well. I've been doing well. The BETRIVERS tables have been nice to me. Several podium finishes. A couple of those were ones that we hope to win. I've had a lot of consistent like second and third type finishes recently without getting the win, which is always, a poker player is never satisfied unless they win the tournament. But I do feel in hindsight pretty satisfied with my performance recently.
Yeah, man, you should have won them because now that I'm here, it's so much less likely that you actually get to win the tournament.
Well,
But,
that's the
I wish you
real
the best
thing
of
that will
luck.
piss me off is if you come in tonight and win one when I've gotten so close over and over again recently, and I'll be like, oh, it's just that freaking easy, huh? It's just that easy. No, I hope it happens, man. I think anyway. I think I'll say that now.
I'm ready for all the needles.
As we get closer to the wire, expect some anti-sweating. I'm just kidding. I could never.
No,
I could never.
I know you can't.
I will anti-sweat you. I will
different type of
anti-sweat
person.
you in buy-ins up to $20. Anything over that, and I couldn't muster it.
How about live events? Would you anti-sweat me in any number live event?
I don't think
Is the number higher?
I don't
or
think
less?
once you got in striking distance of an outright victory, a trophy, I would ever anti-sweat you in anything live. It's just so rare and so hype when you get to that point in live poker.
Yeah,
I don't think I could do it.
Same idea. Same idea.
Now,
As
a
much
cash
as
game is a different story. I might root for your downfall at one buy-in of cash, up to a certain level, no problem. But
yeah, it depends. How much can I needle you? Like, am I getting there 2 minutes before the end of the final table? There's no
Yeah.
needle value. But like,
Right.
if I'm there the whole day and I can needle you throughout the whole day and
Yeah.
then you win, that's the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
Is how much needle do I get out of that experience?
Right.
Because it doesn't have to be true for me to joke about it with you.
Right.
You played that hand terribly.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You folded to his 5-bet jam. Your tens, you fish.
What a nit. Absolutely. I got so many good good holdings before we actually kicked off the stream.
Yeah, that's always a bit of a piss off, isn't it? When we're getting ready to stream and I'm like, oh, I have a premium on all 4 of my tables. No one will ever see it.
I had a queens in like a 4-bet pot, and I was angry that a king showed up on the flop, so I just shipped it in, and the guy tank calls, and I'm like, this is not going to end well. And then he flips over jacks on like king 9 deuce, and I'm like, okay, yes, and then turn jack, and now I'm in for bullet 2 on the Sadie. At least it's one of the smaller buy-ins.
I just tweeted the stream out, but I in the producer thing on Twitter, I always forget because it doesn't like autofill stuff. I forgot to tag you. I just said with Nio because I copied and pasted it from YouTube. So I apologize, but I did not at you on Twitter, but I did post our stream, FYI, if you want to amplify it, even in spite of my failings.
I can do that.
Oh, I have my aspect ratio messed up. Hang on. That's better. That looks better. All right, we're all in over the limp here.
All in. How dare you limp off 12? The man says.
I had ace queen. They didn't want to go in there. I'm pretty sure anyway.
I'm right next to you in the $10 Sadie as well, by the way.
Yeah, we are at the same table on both tournaments, so we got to be a little careful. So when you say you're right next to me in the Sadie, which one is you?
Yeah. I'm on your right.
You're on my right, so in between me and the other player right now? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I got a front row seat to you deliver some pain to this Miles fellow.
I have a hand. I have queen 8.
That's a hand. Thankfully, he doesn't call us off. In the $10 Classic, I had king queen.
Oh my.
Oh my.
That's quite a bet. Got a strong hand here, Miles. So weird.
What an it!
So weird on a double flush board. I think they have it so often in that spot, but at the same time, when I see the 2 flush draws, I'm like, it might be folding the winner. Will AG update his title? Because I can't. Ah, frick. I didn't change my Twitch title. That's a fish move.
What's up, hot dogs?
Yeah, I'll update it. I'll update it. Why can't you, though? You are a mod.
You tried to use your bot.
What do I pay you for? Do I pay you?
You pay SMF?
No, please. No.
Oh my gosh. He gets paid $8 per needle.
Good God, I'd be broke next week. Hey, hot dogs. Tis I, the man between the buns.
That made me laugh.
Welcome. Always good to see you, hot dogs. Hope you're doing well, man. Welcome back. What is this hot dogs emoji? Or emote. Whichever it is. There's the emoji, but then there's Violet445 hot doggers. SMF is the most frequent to impress me with like a relevant emote. You must be subbed to a lot of channels on Twitch, my friend.
Wait, that's SMF, not hot dogs? I definitely thought it was.
No, that's SMF, who has a hot dog, who has a emote relevant to hot dogs.
You must be
Yes, prolific emote
crazy.
usage.
That's insane.
No, the crazy thing is he didn't even have that. He just has like a search algorithm that he plugs in hot dogs, and he just subbed to that streamer just now to use their emote in chat.
I missed my button. I used to have a button on my stream deck that would turn off my heater. I got to reset it up. That has not worked since I moved.
I wonder, I'm not listening to you at all, by the way. I wonder what big streamer out there has the highest percentage of viewers subscribed like entirely or predominantly because of their emote like offering. There's got to be somebody out there who has like the most banging emotes. It might be like Pooh Bear or somebody like that. Just has like a ridiculous library of emotes that are useful for many situations.
I feel like Grand Pooh Bears is very specific to him, though. Like, you got to cast a really wide...
But he has like one for every reaction face. You know what I mean? So they're like very versatile.
There's this thing at work called Uconnect, and what it does is it gives me like, you can type U/ in your browser, and then our little thing will like, it's like bookmarks for the entire company, and I just tried to do U/Grand Pooh Bear, thinking that would like.
He's got his wires all crossed, chat. Did AG realize accidental bot is offline? Fuck, really? Why does this token expire? All right, hang on. I gotta log out of my channel, log into the bot, and then generate an auth token. Streamer's work is never done, I tell you, man. Hardest job, and I'm not exaggerating here, on the planet. It's a hard job.
You know, I could automate that.
Stop. I'm trying to garner sympathy here.
You don't deserve it.
You're right. He's right.
Yeah.
He's right.
You have a resident nerd that like programs anything you need for your stream.
Job on the planet.
I love how many people think you're the nerd too. Like you have a nerd when everybody on the planet knows you to be their nerd.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You're like a nerd with a much better publicist.
I'm the nerd, but I have like a behind every great nerd, there's an even greater nerd.
Yeah, I'm playing a 3-bet pot with Jack 4 suited, by the way, folks.
Yeah, see, you're a nerd.
How did we get here?
What are you doing? That's a nerd move
I paired.
right there.
This is Ace King. Blind v blind. I can't fold a suited hand. Okay, I'm in. You just have aces. Oh, that's not good. Give me a loot.
Wow. Wow. That is...
Hit me with the LOL.
That is despicable. I'm working on an SMF, okay?
What's
relax.
Up, oh, man.
Been authorized, reconnected.
I'm so thankful BetRivers doesn't allow this person to type whatever they want to type at me right now.
I'm gonna pot with the Ace King of Diamonds.
How many tables are you playing right now?
2 tables.
2. Okay.
I'm on the prowl for more.
You're not playing the $20 yet, right?
I'm gonna jump in there soon. I have not registered it yet. No. Too busy, caught up in stream maintenance.
You ready to play this four-way pot here with me?
Yeah, super stoked. Neurosama has a ton of emotes like that. I don't know who that is, but that's cool. I'm very much not in the like wider Twitch sphere though, right? I have like a few streamers that I super dial into, but I never know when people are talking about like the big streamers. It's only like 2 years ago I learned who Ludwig was.
That's the first time most people heard of Ludwig.
I don't know,
but
he was a big
streamer before that.
Mm.
I had ace-7 of clubs in that 4-way pot.
All right, I'm gonna jump in.
This player has a 7. We are going to lose. Don't have a 7. Hold. Thank you.
Nice.
Okay.
You have a pair?
I have 9s. 9's full.
Nice.
Or 7's full of 9s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. All right, this is not the Benjamin yet. This is the nightly $20 Classico.
SMF. You gotta chill, man. Get out of here with that.
Hardest job on the planet. Quote, XO grenade streamer, gambler, father.
None of those.
Yeah, they're difficult jobs. In that order. Streaming is hardest. Gambling is pretty hard. Father, easy being a dad.
Your real job didn't even make the list.
No, not even doesn't even register. Since you have folded, I am 3-betting queens here in the nightly 10.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, if there had to be an ace,
right. Did you see SMF's 8-ball question?
Yeah. Yeah, I told him to chill.
Oh, you did say chill. That's right. I won't read that one out loud. but it is
Oh
funny.
my gosh. If I really was scared for the next day or so if I was getting called into an office somewhere. That would not have been good. Since AG is folded, I have pocket tens here. Pocket tens on 663.
You're not in the Sadie anymore, right?
I'm in there.
Oh, you are. Are you at the other table now?
It's right here. Yeah, I'm at the other table. You're all in. And you're winning.
I win.
Nearly a straight flush.
Almost.
I have your Sadie up in my 4 slot
Okay,
right now.
but we're not on the same table, so I can talk freely. Who were you? What's your name in this one? Oh, you don't know.
I am Niraj.
J. Okay, Neria J. Okay.
I'm one of the few people in there twice.
Right.
It's usually the first filter you can run.
Neurosama is an AI that has been trained to be a streamer. Oh, interesting. I hadn't heard about that one.
That's not good.
Do they sometimes go by
money?
Gavino74 on Kick? Because I get comments from them all the time. Like this one here that says, "Hello, great streamer. You stream so really well." Deleted. Goodbye. I really shouldn't stream on Kick anymore. It's just, it's like 100% that all the time. It's not doing anything for me. It was worth a try when it seemed like Kick was gaining some traction, but she's frequently accompanied by her creator / father. What an interesting little slash there. The doll who programmed and trained her. I don't know about you, Nio, but if I created an AI, I would not call myself its father. That's a strange one.
Would you call it her?
That's a strange one.
That's the bigger question, I think.
I think if I created it to be a streamer with a personality that was female in conception, I probably would call it her. I think if I created it to like be a logic AI that helped me stream, I'd probably call it it. It depends on the use case, I think, for that part.
Yeah. I don't know. I accidentally caught myself calling GitHub Copilot him.
Yeah. I think it helps.
Which,
I think it changes it. I think it changes it when they have like a name. Copilot, I think I would probably still call it probably. Like Siri, I call her because it has a feminine name. It's sort of like feminized.
In your current settings, it is.
Yes, default settings. Yeah. I did use a British accent male Siri for a while. Sounded like a butler.
I was tempted to tag your coworker with the clip, but I chose not to, Naya. Which person is my coworker? Like, I'm curious, do you think he knows one of my coworkers?
I think...
Or do you think he's just empty threats?
I think he's talking about someone you've referred to as your coworker in a stream before, who's joined your stream. SMF has an encyclopedic memory for that stuff, so if there's someone who has a username that's entered stream before and you said we work together, he would remember that.
Yeah, but I've changed jobs.
Well, maybe he just means former coworker then and didn't realize.
Yeah.
Her and her sister did a subathon where I believe they briefly became the most subbed streamer ever, but IDK, I'd have to check. Update, I was incorrect. Still, it sounds like they got pretty close.
I'm very thankful they didn't win. Am I okay with AI taking a little bit of market share? I think it's a little inevitable. Am I okay with it being the most subbed streamer on the platform? No! It shouldn't happen.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
Yeah, and like, what does it mean that the AI went on a subathon? Oh, I didn't turn her off. Come on,
yeah,
now.
It doesn't have the impressiveness of a human doing it, right? There's no strain in streaming for an extended period of time for an AI, right?
Maybe, I don't know. What if this guy's GPU just gave out in the 17th day? What if there was no like? Maybe it was really struggle busted.
Oh, dude, you're on Kick. Kick is yucky. Yeah, it just seemed like it was a place to maybe gain traction in the streaming world. I wasn't trying to like start a relationship or a contract on Kick or anything. It's just another place to give views. Anyway, we are gonna take the break right now. We'll be back in just a few.
We'll see you in a bit.
What's up, guys? Can we convince Nio to stream again and play Trick Shot Simulator? Trick Shot Simulator does look fun. As you might have guessed, SMF, I've watched a bit of it. All right, let's get this show on the road. Doing all right here in the nightly $10. The Nio 2 to our left is doing even better. And hopefully he's not back yet to hear that. But he does need to come back soon and play the hands in front of him. There he is.
I'm back. I started a chess game while on the break, and I'm greatly upset that I did.
These kids these days, he's got to always have something distracting him. Poker stream's not enough. He's got to have Subway Surfers on in the corner.
Pretty much.
Watching Netflix down in the bottom right. Now, are you familiar with Trick Shot Simulator?
I'm not. What is that?
It's a new game. So have you ever watched or are you familiar with the YouTuber known as Dude Perfect?
Yes.
He just did like crazy whatever frisbee throws and ridiculous things where they would film it forever and then eventually get it right.
Yes.
It's kind of like that, but turned into a game. So it'll be like there's like a spinning tennis racket and you got to throw like badminton birdies at it until one bounces off and lands in a coffee mug. And you just do it 1,000 times until you get one to land in, and then that's level complete. And rinse and repeat with increasingly difficult and maddening, mostly increasingly difficult. I think, there's like a little bit of a bouncing effect, but mostly increasingly difficult little challenges just made using like Unity assets. It's a great idea for a game that is like probably was pretty easy to make, but it's gone pretty viral.
And there's a whole bunch of like preloaded trick shots you can try.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And it just runs a timer, gives you a certain amount of, like, it tracks how much time it takes you to complete it. You can replay your trick shot once you finally do it. And
interesting.
So Vidal doesn't often accept the father role, but that's been assigned to him by the AIs in chat. Okay. And that sort of makes sense that it's sort of an emergent thing that he just has to, be like, okay, fine, call me father or whatever. During the subathon, she would, quote, sleep, during which time she would be largely immobile and silent and be wearing a PNG of a blanket over her model. That's funny.
Nio going to the Eagles parade tomorrow? I'm not planning to go to the Eagles parade. I absolutely loved the game. Had a great time, but that's such a big crowd. I can't do it. Not in my old age, man. How about you?
Do I have an air fryer? Because these things are magnificent. I do not have an air fryer.
You don't own an air fryer?
I don't have an air fryer, no.
What?
No, sir.
Why?
I never saw the need.
What? This one's wild. This is probably like the most surprised I've been.
Never saw the need. I got into the Nightly Benjamin. I don't know if you did.
Never saw the need. Oh, did I miss? Oh, both of these are gonna run, right?
Patient 10th. I didn't even see what hand called me in the satellite. Anybody? Chat?
King Jack.
King Jack called me? Okay. King 5 less than King Jack. Alright, fair enough. We're gonna jam here in the $10 classic. I got pocket threes.
0% chance his fiance allows him to go. It's Valentine's Day. What are you talking about? think Danielle definitely would not stop me from going to the parade. Not even close. We're not even doing anything for Valentine's Day. We're getting married this year.
All of those are arguments for why she would stop you, I think. Even not.
What? I'm just saying we got big things going on this year, and Valentine's Day.
That means you can't screw it up.
Bigger other years. Really? I see it as like okay, we don't need Valentine's Day this year. We got like Valentine's Day on super steroids on November 15th.
He's gonna fumble the ball in the fourth quarter, chat.
What do you mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? You think it's like gonna end my relationship if we don't do a thing for Valentine's Day?
I have no idea. I'm not. Casey's not very big on Valentine's Day. I'm just jerking your chain. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I was terrified. Fumbling the ball.
Some people's relationships would be like that. There's some people for whom Valentine's Day is the end all be all, non-negotiable. Like not doing something on Valentine's Day is the equivalent of standing them up at the altar. Casey thankfully is not and has never been like that, and we don't really do anything for Valentine's Day, but.
That's not true. Like, there's no person that it's the equivalent of getting stood up at the altar.
I guarantee there are people that if you did nothing for them on Valentine's Day, they would break up with their significant other. It would not even be a question.
I believe that. Yeah.
Well, what's the difference then? If it's, that's what I mean by being the same as being stood up at the altar. It's a non-negotiable end of relationship. It's like just as bad. I mean, it's not as emotionally damaging, but it's just as bad. It has the same consequence, is all I meant.
Yeah. No, for some people it does. That's insane in the membrane to me. Sorry if not everyone agrees with me there. But yeah, me and Danielle, not like that.
But you gotta just know your partner. If you know that, then you just don't forget, probably, I guess. But
I will say I do have an unacceptable level of flake, right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not okay with like how many times I've said like we shouldn't worry about this because we got something bigger. Like I got her a cruise for Christmas last year, right? That was a great gift. That being said, we bought a house. So I didn't book the cruise. I canceled the cruise dates and I didn't follow through with the cruise. Now, I think that's normal, okay?
Okay.
But I've done that too many times. And my engineer's brain is like, each one was reasonable, therefore it's reasonable.
Right.
But my human
but there's a
brain
cumulative
is like,
effect of all the flake.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a flake, so I better figure this stuff out, you know? So I gotta get that on brand. And this is a little piece of it, I'm not gonna lie.
If I didn't have an air fryer, I'd starve, Kyle. Come on, man. Yeah. It's not that hard to put a pan on the stove, put a little olive oil in it, and just move it around. It's not that hard. You guys are the bar for difficulty in cooking is at an all-time, like, I don't know, high for you guys. It's not that hard.
I just don't, man, it doesn't make sense. I personally believe that for wanting things to be easy, owning an air fryer from a stove, from like an electric stove, is an equivalent jump from like needing to start a fire to having a stove.
No way.
Campfire. Yes.
Using a stove is not hard. I turn on the stove. I put the thing in the stove. I take it out. An air fryer doesn't make that much of a difference. It's just like smaller. It doesn't even.
It's faster, simpler, easier to use. No oil, no nothing. Just boom, done.
It's not hard to put oil in a pan and then wash it out for 30 seconds. It's not
hard to start a campfire. It's a similar jump in my book.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Starting a campfire is hard and extremely time consuming. Using my oven doesn't take long, man.
Eminently single bachelor. Yo, you guys are really making me feel this. Like, holy smokes. That's terrifying.
I mean, like, it's up to Casey because we have in our relationship, she does most of the cooking. So if she wanted an air fryer, I'd be like, yeah, we'll get an air fryer. This is 90% her like domain. I cook on Thursday nights like tonight, even though I forgot tonight and made dinner late. On like the one night I'm supposed to cook, because Eden has gymnastics on Thursday nights. But I had a very crazy I had a very crazy day today.
Others today.
No,
that's what I'm saying. Engineer brain, you did have a crazy day. You should not be at fault for this. Human brain, you flaked on dinner.
I did. I messed up. I'm supposed to make dinner on Thursdays. It shouldn't be a thing that has an exception, but
I'm with you.
I had
100%.
an abnormally crazy day.
Wait, I'm serious though. I think you wanted me a good Valentine. Go get your wife an air fryer, because
if I bought Casey an air fryer, she would be like, why did you waste money? We don't need this.
Are you serious? Is Casey on chat? Is Casey in chat?
She wouldn't be mad.
There's no way.
But she'd roll her eyes. She'd be like, okay, I guess we'll use it, but like, we don't need this.
Is this for real? This is crazy.
What do you cook that an air fryer makes so much easier? Like, what do you cook that an air fryer that is so much easier? Because it might be just things that we don't eat.
It's everything. We
like
make
what?
A lot of
Give me an example. What are the main meals you make in an air fryer?
I'm gonna sound so bad. You remember that like graphic you shared of like single
guy slop meals? Guy slop.
It's gonna be me. Like any frozen thing that you're reheating, anything that you're really reheating from the fridge, any leftovers made tremendously easier. Like microwave is like such a quality lower than air fryer is. So like when I go get those strombolis from like Marciano's, in order to make them in the oven, they come with preheating instructions. They say heat the oven to 350, okay? Then put them in that oven for 30 minutes, and then you're good. It's going to have a great stromboli. You put them in the air fryer, they're just all soggy and gross. Or I'm sorry, in the microwave, they're soggy and gross. Mm-hmm. You put them in the air fryer for 7.5 minutes at 375, done. Perfect. I'm telling you, they're awesome.
You just don't reheat food enough. We don't eat leftovers very much.
4 times faster. Yeah, but Danielle uses it all the time. I just like, it's like you're asking me to. Yeah,
it's like asking Danielle to explain some code. You're just not your domain.
Yeah, it's not my domain. But when it comes to preheating a stromboli, that's my domain. But yeah, I do think it's a game changer. This guy doesn't air fry exactly.
It's rare when Naigo is right. That's I love that sentence just at face value. Not well, I don't love it right now because it means I'm wrong, but at face value, that's pretty great. But tonight might be it.
Oh,
as machinist, I've never said this before, but the engineer is right. I just don't
I'm telling you, it's a big deal. I busted the Sadie in the 8th.
I'm sorry, GG.
Okay, it's way less bad than you not having an air fryer. So like, let's say
I want to make tacos and I want to put taco meat in a pan and fry it up and put it in tacos. Can an air fryer do that, or do I have to still have it on the
No, it doesn't help you there.
Okay,
it doesn't help you there. Well, you can. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I wouldn't. I think frying. I think that is better on a frying pan.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, you make that way. Think things you typically put in the oven.
I have aces here. I'm just gonna flat the 4-bet from our opponent.
I think.
Check on 9 deuce 9. Bacon. Cook bacon in the oven.
That'd probably be better and faster in an air fryer. I believe.
Okay.
Better, faster, easier, simpler. Better cleanup. Because instead of, having to take like a huge sheet metal thing and putting it in there, you have like 4 things that just go in the dishwasher that pop into your air fryer. Boom, boom, you're done.
Sure.
I don't know, man. To me, like air fryer, crock pot, those things are like godsends to people that don't know how to cook. Just newsflash, you and me.
I know how to cook. Cooking is not hard, man. You just look up a recipe and you pay attention. Cooking is not difficult. But up to an intermediate level. If you're talking about expert cooking, that's just really hard. But cooking to a like reasonable degree is, it's just advanced following directions. There's a little bit of time. There's a little bit of tricky timing involved.
Chicken thighs, frozen and fresh veggie.
Salmon, roasted potatoes, chicken thighs, frozen and fresh veggies. But like reheating like heating up some chicken breasts or chicken thighs in a pan. I can't imagine, like, how does air fryer make it that much easier? I literally just put some oil in a pan. I stand at the stove for 3 minutes and it's done. I don't understand. Like, it's not hard.
But now you have oil, like fatty, unhealthy oil. This is pot calling the kettle black. I am clearly at an unhealthy level in comparison to you. But air fryer, you don't need oils, which is notoriously unhealthy for you, for one. And you don't have to clean the pan, which is now covered in oil.
If there's a health angle, I can respect that. The convenience angle, I just don't feel like... I'm not like, man, cooking is so difficult. It's just more like I just don't want to do it. But like, I probably wouldn't want to put it in the air fryer either.
Nobody likes leftovers, Chris H. Weirdo. Nobody prefers leftovers. But
yeah, I don't think anybody prefers leftovers. Do you ever just do the absolute madness and just tank the leftovers and just eat them cold? I do that sometimes. Just like, I'm not even gonna put it in the microwave.
You know, you would never do that if you had an air fryer. It would be so easy to heat them up. You would never have to do that again.
Microwave too. What do you mean?
Microwave makes them worse. Microwaves are the microtransaction of food.
You just have to know to put it on medium heat instead of maximum heat and longer time duration, so it heats more evenly. And you put it on the outside of the carousel and not on the center, so it actually spins and rotates.
This is coming from the person who just took it out of the fridge and ate it because he didn't want to wait for the thing to heat up.
Yeah, but like I was using that as an example. I also wouldn't use the air fryer anyway.
Now you're gonna be fine on Valentine's Day. I actually do have a good thing. This is what I'm doing in honor of Valentine's Day. I thought it was cute. I thought it fit with my ideas of like, hey, we don't have to do a big thing. We're gonna go wedding band shopping on Saturday, so February 15th, on Valentine's Day. We're gonna go wedding band shopping. I've spoken with the jeweler that sold me the engagement ring, and he's gonna, you know, my fiance is gonna get to meet him, and I'm sure if she wants something else, I can get her a Valentine's Day gift there. This guy's very good to me, so it'll be fine. But on actual Valentine's Day, yeah, I'm a dud for sure. So I'm not like completely not caring, but
I am all in on our table, brother. Okay, ace jack
good
here.
Luck.
Get the fold. You are not on my table in the $20, right?
No.
Okay. I'm in hand here. Got ace jack on jack 5-5. Now 3 on the turn.
Danielle just sent me a message. How would you respond to this? So Danielle is she's at trivia right now, right?
Okay, I just busted the $20 classic.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
All good. I'll be back in there.
So Danielle is at a trivia for the am I showing a table? It should be. Yeah. She's at trivia, and the reason she went to this trivia is because the DJ that we want.
Oh, right. I think you told me this off stream.
He's currently at this trivia. Yeah. Right? He's emceeing this trivia. She just sent me a text that is just a video, right? And it says, here's his voice. It's the only text with this video.
Okay.
I can't listen to it when I'm streaming, but that incites some real fear, like this guy's gonna sound like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's gonna be like, it's gonna be like, if she's sending you his voice, it sounds like, oh, it's, you need to hear this. Like he sounds like Louis Armstrong or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I said, LOL, I can't listen to this right this second, but you are scaring me.
You can mute it and listen. You can mute the mic and listen to it. Let us know. Give us your
No.
best impression.
No, if I laugh, you guys, I'm gonna roast this guy. What do you mean?
You're such a pure soul.
Yeah,
There
if
is
I don't
legitimate
know, he
health
sounds
angle.
like Kermit the
However, it
Frog.
only makes unhealthy cheap food into health neutral cheap food. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not a miracle machine.
Yeah, I wish it was. That's what we need to invent. But I don't get it, man. Like, to me, this is truly like you're like at the things it's good at, not everything. At the
Sure.
things it's good at, the crock pot and the air fryer, as to the stove and the oven, or as to the campfire is to the stove or oven. That's truly my opinion.
I
These
think
things
that's
are
way
like
too much
amazing.
I think you're making it. I think you're blowing smoke up the air fryer's exhaust.
I truly think it's amazing. It's an amazing invention. It's like a billionaire.
I think it could be an improvement upon the stove, but comparing like air fryer is to stove as stove is to campfire feels way too much of a leap to me.
Okay, what was bigger, the leap from nothing to fire or fire to stove?
No, I mean, I would guess nothing to fire, but yeah, nothing to fire, I would think.
Okay, it's the same. You know, everything gets moderately better as things move on. But I'm telling you, this is a game changer. I'm gonna get you one for Christmas. You're never going back. I'll get you one for Valentine's Day, in fact.
All in the $20
I can't
classic.
believe Casey doesn't want one. Good luck.
Can you find a plaid wedding band?
I want to register the 50 and the 100.
What do you think, Nairo? Plaid wedding band?
Plaid?
Plaid wedding band? Plaid. I think you should go with a plaid pocket square. I think that could be classy.
Sure. Just for you guys. Do you have a gold wedding band? Or do you have a...
I do. I have a very simple gold wedding band. Well, with very traditional yellow gold. I like the classic. I'm not a fan of the and no judgment to I shouldn't say this because you might be thinking about getting one and you might love them, and I hate doing stuff like this, sharing an opinion when somebody else might be going for something like this, but I'm not personally a fan of the like dark wedding band thing that is like the huge trend right now. Everybody has the dark tungsten or
tungsten.
Ones. Not necessarily tungsten, but just the dark wedding bands in general, whatever they are. They're like tungsten or titanium or whatever they are. But I like the classic gold for me.
Gotcha. I think I don't know, but I think we're going to get a normal gold wedding band, but I'm probably going to get something easy, simple, silicone. I don't mind losing, that I wear every day. I need something that doesn't feel like a ring. Sure. I've never worn rings ever in my life. Maybe that's every almost married guy. I don't know. So, buddy, I got into a new hobby this past week.
Mm-hmm.
2 new hobbies, but we'll talk about the second one after break. I think it'll be more interesting to other people. But I wanted to try home labbing. Is that the word? Or self-hosting, I guess, is more accurate.
Okay.
I'm at your $100 table, by the way. The
$100
table.
Are you?
I am. You raised my big blind.
Okay. I'm squeezing since you have folded ace-5 suited, and we get it through.
Ah, very nice. But yeah, you actually caused me to do this. This is your fault that I need another computer.
I love
in my
being
house.
responsible for you spending money.
But yeah, so as everybody knows, like I'm big into development. I have a server that sits there and hosts Bink boards, and I've been working on stuff, and I need a way to try out other things that I can maybe even show to other people, right?
Sure.
That's my dream, is like I try something on my local computer, and then if I like it enough, I have something that doesn't mess with like the binkboards.com webpage, but it messes with a local instance of that thing. So Home Lab lets me do that. So I'm using something called Coolify, which is awesome. Just started, so I don't know everything it can do yet, but basically it helps you host all these things. And there's like hundreds of services that you can host. Like,
Nice.
Please hold. We do. It's a flush. So very, very cool stuff. If you need anything, I can invite you to the network if ever you need. And it's really easy for me to say, oh, expose this one port to the internet, just so my buddy can take a look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what it's going to be used for. I got an Intel Nook, which is a...
I just was celebrating winning a pot. I had Queen 10 on Deuce, Deuce,
Nice.
King, King, Jack, and decided to bluff river.
Deuce, deuce. Oh, sweet.
We
Love when it
3-bet
works.
pre-C-bet flop on Deuce, Deuce, King. They called duplicate King on the turn. We check, and then Jack on the river. I decided to turn my Queen kicker into a bluff. Bluff out any ace highs. Middle pairs are going to hate on a bet on river, etc.
We went set mining in the 100, and we found our gold.
Oh,
We have
baby.
fours here.
One of my favorite hand nicknames, the
Very, very
sailboats.
nice.
I love
The
that one.
sailboats.
I love that one.
They can be called whatever they want as long as Laney keeps betting and we win the pot.
Liking classic gold,
That's-
you're more of a boomer than I would have thought when age guessing. No, the classic gold, I bought it because when I was getting married, it was making a comeback in current trends, not because it's a classic. I bought it because I think gold is on the upswing in modern day.
Did I really just run into King Jack? Really?
This is pretty gross.
Oh my
you
God.
did. Gross, man. Ugh.
Damn,
Yeah,
biggest buy of the day.
I've seen people do the rubber one if they're very active as well. That's smart and nice to be able to work out without having to take it off. And if it gets damaged, who cares? You just buy another one. I respect that for people who live like a rough and tumble or adventurous lifestyle. I respect that.
Yeah.
It also really helps if you're like, my problem is I play with my wedding ring too much. I've gotten better at not taking it off. When I first got it and I would stream, I would like drop it all the time. I'm sure you remember kind of now.
I do. Yeah, absolutely.
But I've gotten better. But it helps with stuff like that because if you lose it again, who cares?
No, I feel that for sure.
It's Casey, works out a lot, and she's way worse than me. Like when I work out, I will take my wedding ring off, but I always remember to put it back on. Casey forgets, or she doesn't. I wear mine all the time. She doesn't like to wear it when she showers and stuff like that. But so she'll often forget to wear it when we go somewhere, and I just like to needle her about it. Like when she does wear it, I'll be like, "Oh, we're married today. Nice. It's been so long since
That's
we were
funny.
married."
I had ace 10 and you folded. No, that's very funny. Danielle, whenever she takes her engagement ring off, she checks it 37 times. She goes full crazy on it.
Spectacles, testicle, wallet, watch.
But yeah, man, I have something in this new hobby. I was very surprised about something, and I wanted to
Yeah, please share.
tell you about it. I got a Nook, their mini PC. How big do you think an Intel Nook is? If you've ever heard of it, that's okay.
I haven't heard of it.
how big do you think a
I've
mini
looked at
PC
some
is?
mini PCs, but this is close. $20 classic here. I've gotten jammed on for 14 bigs. I think this is the minimum hand I would call with. I got the ace and the jack. We'll call versus tens. Good run out. Got him.
Got him.
Win the flip. I don't know what are you looking for, like a length and width dimensions? I'm struggling to say how big you want me to compare it to an object. I think it's the size of. I'm confused how to even answer the question.
I honestly thought it would be like
I would say big. About like this, like maybe like this big. Yeah, something like that. No,
this sucker is like the size of my Naigo logo back there. It's like this by this.
Dang.
Like this isn't that mini.
That's not very mini. Yeah. Your spy car like is a mini. It's not the size.
It's like it's sitting on my desk over there. It feels like I got like an Xbox or something, like one of the OGs, like a thick boy Xbox. But it's kind of a beast for what I need it for, and it's I got it for free. My uncle and my father had a computer business their whole life, and it's a couple years old, but it's
nice.
They didn't charge me, so
there you go.
Very, very excited for it. I
sometimes toss around the idea of like I really want to make like I want to build a server in my house, or I want to maybe have like I have a Plex server. I shouldn't even say Plex server. I don't really have a Plex server. I have my old PC is upstairs in our living room, and I utilize it as a Plex server. I'd like to have a more proper like HTPC and maybe like a server in my house at some point, but it's just a little bit of a time consuming and expensive endeavor that I've never.
Yeah, but what else do you want it to be other than a Plex server?
That's really it. Plex and music and like stream backups and host all that stuff.
And do you already have that out of the box you have upstairs?
Essentially, yeah. It just has enough. It's just a computer with a decently large amount of hard drive space. I wouldn't mind getting like a server rack just so that I could have more hard drive space all in one place and have it be like RAID to RAID so that I could have redundancy if something got damaged or lost, just in case there is stuff that I want to keep for a long time. I'd like to. I was thinking about maybe moving to having. I kind of want to have all my photos. I'm really sick of cloud storage. I really kind of want to just have all my like photo storage in my home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like iCloud drives me crazy, running out of space, and like I worry about like having a daughter hits different where I like don't want to like lose photos permanently ever, and like I don't know, stuff like that.
They say not to be the computer annoying guy, but
no, you're fine.
They say if you really want things to be safe, you should have 3 backups or 3 instances of the data, 1 offsite.
Yeah, right.
So
like I've heard that.
You should have 1 cloud copy, or you could store it here if you want me to be your cloud. I have this thing has tons of space.
Cloud? It's like asking me to be your best man almost, man. I'm honored.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. That's not the same.
I know it's not. I wasn't hinting, by the way. I know you have closer friends than me, even though we have become very close over the years. I was not dropping any hints.
I'm actually going to ask you a question here on stream that I'm going to put you really on the spot.
Okay.
I had my buddy who's planning my bachelor party, and
I'm all in at our table, by the way. Okay, I have jacks now that you've
good luck.
Your buddy who's planning your bachelor party did what?
Yeah, and I was like, I asked Danielle, should I invite AG? And we were like, well, he's a dad and he's busy and he's got like a ton of work with kind of 2 different roles. I don't know if he'd be interested. So I sent him your contact info.
Yeah.
And then I said, if you decide somewhere within 2 hours driving, definitely invite AG. If not, probably don't invite AG because he's too busy. But if you want to come, I will get you that invite no matter what.
You should extend the invitation. If I can't make it, I can't make it, but I would like to come. Yeah.
The funny thing is with
have to be like,
poker
you don't have to be
you might
so
already
like,
be in Vegas.
You don't have to be like, what's the consequence if you invite me and I say no? I'm not going to be like mad about it. I'm just going to be like, no, sorry, I can't make it.
I just don't want to be a jerk, you know? I know
How
you're
is
busy.
it a jerk to extend someone an invitation? You're so funny.
All right, I will shoot him a text and say you should.
Yeah, send it
should
my
AG
way.
a text
I'd
away.
love to come if I can make it work. For the reasons you said, I can't guarantee I can make it work, but I'd love to. We're married today is like the highest level of ragging that a husband can achieve. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. I can't really go much further. Every now and then, Casey have the kind of relationship where just because like every now and then I'll say something like super heinous to her because she just knows, we just know that I would never ever say anything like that in any kind of seriousness. So I've called her some very nasty things, but always, you know, very, very obviously, this is funny because I would never say this to your face. I don't know. It's a weird sense of humor, but.
Did I just get 3-bet? Excuse me? AG is not at this table. I'll show you what I got, folks. I'm going to call this 3-bet. Blind v blind with ace jack, and I'm a little scared, but we'll see a flop.
I don't know about rough and tumble. My dad is a teacher, but he's in the cult of CrossFit. It's a pretty healthy cult to be in terms of cults that have effects on your life. CrossFit is probably one of the more positive ones. It'd still be bad if it consumes your life. Anything is, but at least you end up with abs.
I will say I've met a couple people that are very interested in CrossFit, and if you get them talking, they will always advertise it. But they are not as like annoying as other hobbyists like me, for instance. I'm really annoying when it comes to tech stuff.
I mean, you don't touch the people that are actually involved in things that are like pyramid schemes, though, right? Like there are some hobbies out there that like function sort of like pyramid schemes, and when it's something that like when it's literally, I know you did work for a pyramid scheme.
Yeah,
I know, but that's a past life. You don't do that.
We like multi-level marketing, dude. I would sell electricity tomorrow if there was money in it. I am not above anything.
I could never do it, man.
I didn't even know what a pyramid scheme was when I signed up for it. God's honest truth. I was
I mean that's fair. Everybody has to learn that at some point. I'm sure a lot of people learned it after they worked for one. But yeah, I mean, I used to work. So I worked when I worked for Verizon, I worked in a mall, and at a Verizon store. And I used to be sometimes the only person working at a mall kiosk, and people would come up to me and talk to me about their pyramid schemes, and it was the worst because I was like literally a hostage because I'm at work and I can't leave, and you're like a customer, so I can't really be rude to you. It's literally like being like socially kidnapped.
Socially kidnapped. Yikes. No, I think whether or not the company I worked for did anything positive, I don't know. But
yeah,
as far as like, I think the companies that did that, right, deregulated energy companies, needed to exist. And they're good because they bring down the price of like the incumbent energy people. But
yeah,
I don't really know.
He's still drinking the Kool-Aid after all these years, folks. They still got their hooks in him.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, all the annoying, like they are some of the most annoying door-to-door salesmen ever, and I was one of them, kind of.
So funny.
That would like that. You know, hey, did you know you could save blank on your energy bill? Like, have you ever given somebody that said that the time of day?
No, absolutely not. I shut that shit down immediately. Whatever they say, I'm like, I'm good. I have my own energy company. Goodbye. I shut the door. I shut the door. I don't like say like, you know, wait for them to say okay. I say no thanks, I'm good. Boom. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm telling you, those people needed to exist because otherwise Pico would charge you like $8 million if you have Pico as your electricity provider.
Fair enough.
But I'm glad that they do exist. But man, were we annoying.
Such a Midwestern invitation from Nio. Yeah, Nio is Midwestern at heart. He really is.
You think? You think I do well in like
Do you when you're
Iowa vibes?
when you're if you're at somebody's house and you have to leave, do you actually say, well, I gotta get going, or do you just like slap your legs and go, well?
That's been so aggro. I'm still in last place here. I've already put. Let's hope we're flipping. Please be flipping. Yeah, we are. 9. Low card. Yes. Whoop. Double up.
Nice.
I don't know if I should be going there, but
Sorry to inconvenience you, but do you want to come to this thing that happens once in a blue moon that's going to be super fun again? Sorry for asking. The hot dogs as you pay.
yeah, not once in a blue moon, just once, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, we'll jam. We got an up and down straight draw against kings. We need one of those kings. It didn't come. Yikes. Mm. Oh. Hold up.
Yes, a jam Jack 10 suited.
Do I re-race?
Where's you is?
In the $50, I have queens.
I see you. I see you. I should get into that. The $50. I haven't registered that one yet. Jumping in. I'm not at your table.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, jeez. That's no fun. Holy. GG.
I probably punted, though. I didn't have to put in the last. I didn't have to race in the end.
Right.
Like, am I getting called by ace king or a weaker set? I don't know. Probably
Right,
not. So
sure.
might just be a throwaway. That's a bummer, though.
We're held emotionally hostage by the snake oil sellers. Well, it would always start out. They're smart enough to start every when I was working at Verizon, they would start every interaction out like they were interested in phone products, right? And then all of a sudden they'd be like, "You ever think about making any money on the side?" And I'd be like, "Oh no, you're one of those, son of a!" Like the other shoe would drop, and then I was in too deep. Like I'm already like, I'm like, "You're not gonna buy a phone." You're trying to get me to buy something or invest or be involved, whatever. I
did very well in that multi-level marketing system, by the way.
I have no doubt that for the right kind of person, they can be very lucrative. The problem I have with them, from my experience,
Somebody has to lose, right?
What'd you say?
Go ahead.
Somebody has to lose for sure. That is not actually my problem with them. My problem with multi-level marketing was that I had friendships that I experienced that were completely ruined because someone got involved in a multi-level marketing scheme, and it was all they ever talked about from that point on. It became a one-dimensional drone for the MLM, and like thus I never wanted to hang out with them again. And I think in some of them that's the only way you really can succeed, or like it really rewards that behavior. Like think of everyone you come across as a potential sale or whatever, basically, right? And then just poison.
That's definitely part of it. Especially when you're talking about electricity bills. I never did it with anything else, like products.
Right.
But like everybody did have electricity bill. That was like something you harped on. 30 bets. No, don't fold. Oh, it's gonna be another painful hand poker.
I have the nut flush in the $50 classic. Oh, they checked back. Rude. Rude. What'd you check? What'd you tank check back? Ace 10. Okay, we needed them to bluff. It was a good check by me. I had them pegged and we needed a bluff to come in there.
Yeah, if you haven't figured it out by yet, I have aces.
I do see that on the board there. A pretty gross board at that.
Folds.
That's disgusting. Sorry, man.
I'm getting smoked. They taking all my chips. They taking all my chips. This is interesting. Maybe I'll show up with the nuts this time. Oh, AG. I have the perfect, like, hand keeps getting better. I have 8-9 of spades. On 6-10 queen, king, 2 spades. Pick up the flush draw here on a turn. Double gutted.
So many juicy river cards.
All right. Semi-bluff time. They snap.
Well.
Okay. They have an ace. I'm gonna cry. There it is. I'm so surprised I got called by worse.
I was scared, man. I don't know.
Kind of just an angry jam.
I think that's one. I think that's one of the few hands you beat that you get called by.
Yeah, that's a hand I shouldn't get called by.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I don't know if any of the hands that you beat should call.
Yeah, so that probably wasn't a good jam. Could have small bet, I think, but jamming probably doesn't make sense. But here we are. I'm in for 2 bolts on the 100 as well, right? No, I'm not. I actually have survived in the hundo.
Oh yeah, you were down to like 12 though, 12 big blinds or something, weren't you? You were pretty short.
Yeah. That makes me feel a lot better. That makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah, slow customer. I thought of making money. That's why I have this job. Yeah. I mean, I always just tried to shut it down as quickly as possible. You ever thought about making any extra money? Nah, I don't really like money. Just try to say something that doesn't make any sense. Like that just catches them off guard. Nah, I don't care about money. They go, oh.
Stop. Didn't stop me.
Yeah, no, I mean, some of them are too persistent. And then eventually you do have to kind of get rude. Which, like I said, is like, it's an unfair thing when they've got you trapped at your place of employment.
Dude, you know how many different ways they taught us? And like, I would teach these seminars sometimes where it was like even we would have backups on backups. We would have flow charts that would like respond to that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I don't doubt that for a moment.
We would have things like, well, do you value your time? Because that was the whole thing, right? Like, if you were successful at multi-level marketing, other people do stuff and then you get paid a lot of money. So, like, that's the idea.
Right.
So you would move on to the next thing that you can maybe offer them. And then if all else fails, you try to get them as a customer instead of a partner.
Right.
But yeah. I probably would still do it to this day if like the incumbent electricity companies didn't start lowering their prices to make it not make sense. Like I was killing it, dude. Like I was telling you, like I literally had like 40 customers, like 40 people that paid me for electricity rather than the incumbents. And I had like a downline of like 150 people or something. Like I was killing it. And it was I still would do it to this day, I think. If I basically there was a month where like everybody where we just got a report that like I used to work in New Jersey, and New Jersey was PSE&G. PSE&G's electric bill would be this, and ours would be this, and it was higher to be my customer. So I was like, okay, I called all the people that were on variable rates, and like, I was like, hey, I already filled this thing out on the website. It will be cheaper if you go back to PSE&G. So you probably should do that. So just click this button and you'll go back to PSE&G. And I basically shut down my business that day because it was like, I felt so bad that I was making my aunt make more money.
Pay
because
more,
all
pay
the 40
more money
people
to you than they could pay otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was a necessity. It's not like I'm selling them a cosmetic, right?
Sure, right.
So like I did what I could. And they just squashed us like bugs. I have aces and tens here on this ace, queen, 10, king board. Jeez. I would like a full house, please. Can I have the 10 of spades? No, I have the 10 of spades in my hand. Can I have the 10 of clubs? Poker God's mad at me for not realizing I have the 10 of spades in my hand. Nice. I got a better 2-pair, Laney.
Have you ever thought about making money? No, I eat lasagna on Thursdays. That's pretty great. It's literally something that makes no sense as a response to the question. It's the
good news.
It's the Monty Python method. But your script doesn't account for this.
Monty Python.
No, it's a hallmark of like some British comedy that it occasionally is like very nonsensical.
I get a lot of crap as a programmer for never watching Monty Python or not really knowing Monty Python, because apparently the whole Python programming language is based on it.
Yeah. I think that's kind of true. I'm not a huge fan of Monty Python. I do like some British skit comedy, but I'm not a huge fan of Monty Python, which has gotten me into hot water with some people before. People are militant about that sometimes. Comedy, I don't know. Comedy, we've talked about it before. Comedy is so subjective. People think I'm crazy because I thought Superbad was pretty meh.
I don't think
it's just not
that take.
It's just not it's just not for me.
But I can't get in more modern show problems. I can't get Danielle to turn on Severance.
Oh man, you're missing out. The last episode was a banger. My favorite episode yet, I think, actually. And that's saying something in like one of my favorite shows of all time.
Overbet. I got 3/4. Why does this guy have so many chips? I don't like it. So good news, AG. I'm at the final table of the $10. Bad news. I am in last place.
Bad news. Your bad news is I'm also there, sucker.
Oh, yeah, you are.
We're both locked up $20. 170 up top.
Yeah, but you're in for 2, so it's like break even for you. I swear I'm winning.
Figures the one door-to-door salesman with a conscience got screwed. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know These were like family members. That's the only reason I could make all these sales was like I didn't go door to door. It was like, it was like my aunts and stuff. So
You still had 50
I
people
really would
just
have been a
through
jerk.
like family members?
Yeah, yeah, through friends,
Got a
through
much
close
more
friends and
loyal family than mine. My family would be like, ah, fuck that.
Dude, I would.
I mean, I guess if I could,
literally,
if I could prove I was saving them money, they would do it. But yeah,
yeah.
I mean, if you're saving them
I
money,
came
it's
with
different.
receipts.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was such an amazing. I like because I didn't know it was like a business, like multi-level marketing had this big taboo. I thought it was literally like $1 billion idea. I thought it was amazing. I'm like, I'm gonna pay less money. I'm gonna get paid.
So
and I'm gonna get my friends to make more money. That sounds great.
How do they make money themselves? They buy the electricity at like a surplus and then sell it. Like, how does it? Is it like the stock market? How does the
Yeah,
top end
exactly
of it
like
make
the
money?
stock market.
Okay.
You can buy electricity off the grid just like anybody can,
and buy it cheap and sell it high, basically, or what?
Yeah. Well, they buy it PSE&G when there's only the incumbents, right?
Yeah.
Like every monopoly thing, they rack up the price way too much, right?
Okay.
So PSE&G, Pico, they were selling it at like crazy markups, right?
Gotcha.
And then smaller unregulated players come in. We always used to talk about it like the telecom industry,
right?
Like AT&T was first,
yeah,
and then other people could sell cell phone and phone services, and then prices dropped.
Gotcha.
And that's all we were trying to do: make a mint of money in those 4 years while incumbents were being jerks.
Yeah,
and then do our thing.
Gotcha. All right, I need to take the break, but we will be back soon, folks. See you in a bit.
We will see you in a bit.
Hello, everybody. We're back. What's up, brother?
Hey, man. What up?
How much?
You jamming on my table?
Cut off? Yeah, I have jacks.
Yeah. Okay, you had a better hand than me.
I would imagine so.
AG jamming jacks over there. Me jamming jacks over here.
All right. Look at us.
Extra long break for Kingston.
Yeah, is this player making me sweat it, or are they actually taking a second to come back? I think my delay is too long to be stream sniped. It could be trying, though.
They should have just given you Keith B. So
Well,
people can at least still think you're anonymous.
I think it's regulatory that I be de-anonymized, and I think that would be that would not meet the qualification.
There, I understand.
I like it though. I like where your head's at.
All right. I need me some hands. Let me catch these hands. Holy smokes. I knew the Benjamin was a long structure, but I didn't think it was this long.
Yeah. Hot Dog said I suggest Monty Python and the Holy Grail just so you can know most of the references. Yeah. It's always...
I didn't know there were multiple movies.
I don't know. There's another Monty Python movie, right? At least one. There's
Yikes.
And there's
Chop. Oh, yes. I did not know there was multiple.
There's a show for sure.
Didn't know that either. The more you know.
There's Life of Brian. That's the one I was trying to remember. And The Meaning of Life. Yeah, there's 3 Monty Python movies, I think, with Monty Python in the title. I have Aces here in the $10 Classic.
Excuse me?
Get through.
In that one, the one you just won?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to win when you have jacks and aces and stuff?
That's the neat part. You're not.
Yikes.
You know what that's a reference to?
No. No idea.
Invincible. His dad says, like, that's the neat part. You don't. I forget what the Mark's question is.
In season 1, I hope. Are you spoiling season 3 right now?
It's in season 1. Yeah, it's in season 1. He says, how do I breathe? He said, how do I breathe in space? And his dad says, that's the neat part. You don't. It's turned into a meme where people just respond, that's the neat part. You don't, to a variety of things.
Wait, so do they just not have to breathe?
I think that's what it is.
What?
I think they don't have to breathe oxygen. Or either that or they can hold their breath for like an absurd amount of time, like enough to just be in space however damn long they want. I don't know.
Yeah, because they're in there for like weeks, right?
Yeah.
Days or whatever. Interesting. I did not know that. I watched the first 3 episodes of the new stuff.
Millennials with student debt. How do I buy a house? That's the neat part. You don't. Banks answering. That's the neat part. You don't. Good memes. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's not a nice meme.
It's funny though.
I have meh cards. I need help.
New players in an MMO. So when do I start having fun? Veterans. That's the neat part. You don't. Couple of jack jammers.
Couple of jack jammers.
Anybody else up jamming a jack RN?
I am so card dead. I was waiting for you to fold to complain. 4-8? Are you kidding me? I started this hour with 4.5 big blinds and like a slimmer of hope. Now it's like 8 hands later, 8 minutes later, and I'm set.
You haven't found a hand to jam your miserable stack in. That's the worst, man. I hate that.
There's one player with 6. Yikes, terrible. Did you see that there's a new Civilization came out?
I did see this, yeah. I've never really played a Civilization game. I've like hung out with someone while they played it, but I've never really played myself.
I really enjoyed Civ 5. I never played Civ 6.
I could see it being a vibe. I never really got super deep into an RTS. A little bit too.
Yeah, it's not an RTS though. It's a turn-based strategy game.
Or still, I mean, any strategy game, I guess. Then, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's really good. I think they're the same people that make XCOM. So for me, it'll always be it'll be the game that doesn't matter from Firaxis. But because I love XCOM
make
so
other
much.
Civilization games, or are they just delving into Civilization? Did they make all the Civilization games?
My understanding is that it's always been them.
Oh, has it? Okay, I never really made that connection. Okay.
But I wanted to tell you, I wanted to get your opinion on something else that happened related to this game. Today, which I think is the official, maybe yesterday was the official release date, they used some of their marketing spend, I think very well, to hire epic rap battles of history, and they got 2 people, Napoleon and somebody else, to battle, like 2 commanders in the game.
Yeah, that's funny. I like that. That's good.
In an epic rap battle.
It's appropriate. It fits like the audience overlap between epic rap battles of history and Civilization has got to be like immense. Like it's got to be such a good market for them to like promote to. It's like literally like the same interest group. So I imagine, that's gonna do numbers for them. I can't say anything more without spoiling things. You wouldn't have to worry about spoiling things for me, but Nio hasn't watched and others have not seen the show. I've read the entire comic series of Invincible, so I kind of want to reread it, but it's like deciding to spend like 200 hours of my life or something. It's very long.
But yeah, Napoleon versus Charlemagne. I do want to get this game.
Yeah.
Apparently, there also is 2K like collaborating on this, or is it not for Axis anymore? That would bug me.
I guess I'm all in. Ace Queen here in the nightly 20. All in. Over and under the gun raise, which is not comfortable, but we're shifting the ace and the queen. For 11.
Brick out. Oh, but we brick out in a way that wins. Sweet. We'll open up King 10 of Hearts down here. AG is folded, and we have an ace with 2 big blinds. We are going to be all in, ladies and gentlemen, with nothing but an ace and a dream.
Look, sir.
Technically, we have a 9 as well, but the ace is the important one.
In the 20, we jam ace queen and get called by ace jack, and they flop a jack.
Unfortunate.
Not the way that's supposed to happen when we get called by ace jack. I called by
Please
3,
hold.
4, and sweating. Nice.
Okay, we won. An ace 9 versus our 3-4.
I am going to get back into the $20 once more.
Good luck.
For bullet number 3.
There's a bet and a call in front of us, and I still feel like I have the best hand, but it can't be. It can't be. One of you have a full house, right? Yes.
Hot Dogs says, my favorite one I saw was hopeful college student. So when can I turn this degree into a job that can pay off this debt? Collection office worker. That's the neat part. You don't.
Sounds like a CS degree right now. Maybe that was a jam. 4.7 big blinds. Middle position. Do you jam? 5, 6 of clubs?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's the only reason I hesitate at all is because there's a stack that's shorter than you at the table. I still think I probably
that was
jam.
part of my decision.
Yeah, the series is super good. And the TV adaptation is one of the closest things, or one of the closest like and well done adaptations of like something so prolific that I've ever seen. I'm really excited to see how they do some of the like later stuff in the comic books because it gets insane.
If you are watching Invincible right now, I don't know if you're plagued by this, but it happened to me. I got an ad on Invincible from Amazon Prime.
Sure.
And I pay for Amazon Prime, and I thought that was unacceptable. So I downloaded the video and watched it in airplane mode to avoid ads.
I've done stuff like that.
Yeah, I downloaded it like it was my...
Yeah.
Like, I was doing it for like a plane.
Yeah.
Kind of ridiculous, but
you can do that with you can do that with some mobile games to get around the fact that they like inject ads into their game too. Obviously not anything multiplayer, but yeah. Yeah.
I didn't think of that. I'm all in, AG, at our shared table.
I'm all in at a different table. Good luck. What do you got? I'm not calling.
Are you folding?
Yes.
I got folding. 8-7 of diamonds.
Good luck,
and that we don't want to see our opponent call. We need an ace. 6.
GG. Good game, sir.
Thanks. Enjoy your pay jump.
The vitriol in his voice. Enjoy your pay jump, you charlatan.
Charlatan. Has anybody played Civ 7? I'm considering getting it.
What was I thinking that I wanted to play recently? Not Trick Shot Simulator, although that does look fun. Oh, yeah, Northern Line was playing a game that I thought was right up my alley. That's called The Executive. And in this game, you play a Hollywood executive trying to like start a company and make hit movies, and you pick like the theme and the genre, and you make like a staff and budget. And I was like, man, this looks like I would love this game. you try to get him to produce a movie that wins like an Oscar. Yeah, it looks very fun. Right up my wheelhouse. I don't
That's
have
pretty
the time,
cool.
but it's
right up you
it's a fun
and
it's a fun simulator.
Lions.
Yeah, Northern Lion for sure as well was doing great at it. I mean, actually he did terribly, but it was funny to watch.
Did you ever play Cine 2 Nerdle?
Yeah,
It's like
I used to play like every day, but I don't know. Cine 2 Nerdle is for like movie nerds, even a couple steps above me. Like I probably am like I probably get it like maybe like 55-60% of the time. I don't get it all the time. It's tough.
I thought it was a game where you were playing against somebody else.
Oh, so there's two different. So Cine 2 Nerdle started out as like it's this grid game where you have to match movie actors and themes. There'll be like 4 that match across and 1 that connects all of them together.
Okay.
And you have to like sort of move the tiles around until you get all the matches. And then they did launch the Cine 2 Nerdle Battle. I've never done that, where it's like, yeah, you have to connect movies like 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, if you've ever seen that, where like you have to connect movies together.
Yeah, no, I saw Northern Lion playing this game and I thought of you. I thought it was like exceptionally well done.
Yeah, I think it's a great design for a game. I think I would do all right at it, but I think I as much as I love movies, I don't have a great like knowledge of actor and actress names and that kind of thing. I thought of our recent conversation because one of the connections recently had a Simpsons clue in it. Did you do that?
Oh my gosh, I got wrecked by that.
I got that one. I did get it
got
last. I think I was sad that I didn't get it before that, because when it dawned on me, I was like, The Simpsons. But yeah, there were Simpsons props. It was like the one
clue.
connection was donut, skateboard, pacifier, and saxophone. So Lisa has a saxophone. Homer always has a donut. Obviously, Maggie has the pacifier, and Bart has a skateboard.
Yeah, no, that broke my brain. I did not get that one. It was. I think I might have gotten the connection because it was the last one, but I was very confused.
I'm all in on bullet 3
very confused.
Nightly 20, and we got called by a stack with only slightly more than us. Not fun. I have 8, so we're not insanely strong here. We saw a limp and we jammed.
You got it.
We are called by 2 players versus 7s and ace jack. Hold.
No.
Jack on the flop, 7 on the turn. They really wanted me out of there.
Backup plans. GG, buddy.
All right, I'll call it quits at the 3rd bullet.
I might be right behind you. I'm in last place on bullet 1. That's rare.
Better.
Wait, did they just ship felt color that you can switch on the table?
That's been for a little bit, but it was pretty recent. Yeah, you can right click the background or the felt color, or even write on the cards and change the cards on the fly too. There's 3 different options. Depending on where you click. It'll throw you off a little because you'll right click to click the table, like, and if it's in the middle of the table, it'll register as right clicking on the cards. But yeah, there's 3 different places you can click.
Interesting. Very cool. I'm about it. Sure. I will raise down here. Blind v blind seems reasonable. We get cults. I have ace 7 with the ace of clubs. So we have backdoor nut flush draw and a pair of 7s. Nothing great, but very much alive. Can't believe we got raised on this flop. I think it might be full of Bahooey.
What do you have?
Ace 7. Stop. No more raising for you. Okay, never mind. I'm out. That wasn't fun at all.
Thanks.
All right, we're all in over here for 12. We'll check, sure. So the other hobby I've been like researching a ton, but I'm not like I haven't done anything with it yet, is I want to get into woodworking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything in
so
particular you
that's-
think you'd be aiming to like be able to build, or a goal you have out of woodworking?
Well, there was always reason I wanted to do to get a 3D printer was to build woodworking tools, which I understand 3D printing is a hobby all its own, but
Sure.
that was definitely always the end goal. So I've kind of like, at least at the beginning, I was going to skip the 3D printer until I actually built something. I think the first thing that I can reasonably build is storage for like those 27-liter bins that you get from Costco, like the yellow top with the black bottom bins that you store your decorations in.
Okay.
So we have a place in the basement that's like got rafters above it, and like we elevate the floor by a 2x4, so it's 1.5 inches off the ground. So it would be really easy to build it into there, because I could put the supports on the rafter and everything.
Sure.
So that would be probably the lowest effort one. And then my hope is that my father, when he gets back from basically rebuilding his place in Florida, will my hope is that he's super into woodworking, and that we can make it a father-son bonding time, and we can build new cabinets for our laundry room. Because our laundry room is one of the very few places we cheaped out on the initial renovation.
Right.
So that's like, if we can get there, I'd be very proud of myself. And then from there, I think sky's the limit.
Nice.
What I can do, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I raise. Why? Why does it always have to be terrifying turn cards? Give me a full house. Does the thing get worse? I can't believe he's checking. If he's checking, or she's checking, I probably have the best hand. If I could check raised, I'd be like, what? All right,
Damn,
set
kings
of fours.
here, called by ace-8 on the FT. Oh, I flopped an ace. Kings less than ace-8.
Straight out of that one.
Out for 30
Gross,
bucks.
man. All right, my 8th, your 6th. Hopefully we both cash the Benjamin as well.
Would be nice.
Would be nice.
I'm jumping in the nightly $10 rush.
I'm surprised you're not doing the $5 PLO one.
I thought about it, but
Super late. I understand.
yeah. Have you tried to play Risk of Rain 2 recently? By recently, I mean in the last 6 months. No, I've actually never played Risk of Rain 2. Be a game
Neither have I.
I would love to try, because I know it's a... I only played Risk of Rain 1. Maybe did a stream of Risk of Rain 1. Or 2 streams. I didn't play that game much either. I understand they're great roguelikes.
What's Risk of Rain about?
It's a roguelike game. The first one was a side-scrolling roguelite that was really known for like synergies of like weapons and things like that. And then the second one goes like third-person 3D and adds multiplayer. First Grade 1 might have had multiplayer as well. I don't remember. But the second one definitely has like co-op multiplayer where you fight in like a 3D world in a roguelite, picking up like power-ups. And I don't, it's hard to describe. I don't really know the lore or whatever of Risk of Rain. I just know it's a battle roguelite type of game.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean,
But
sounds right up your alley.
The second one had really good reviews. I'd love to play it sometime.
That sounds like a pretty big jump. Did they keep true to form that they?
I think they kept spiritually to what the original game had, like a lot of the main like enemies and mechanics and stuff, just translated it to 3D. Yeah, I know it was pretty well received.
I'm still waiting for XCOM 3 if anybody's curious. Still hasn't happened. Oh, yeah, it is. What tables are you on right now?
I'm.
Oh, this is not $10 Caddy, folks. So sorry. This is the $50 classic.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I am in the $50 classic. I am in the Benjamin, the $10 rush, and then I'm on a cash game table.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
All of it. Ace Jack for 6-7. That's 6-7 getting frisky. Oh, I'm getting there. But yeah, man, I am finding myself so like I thought tutorial hell was bad for programmers, like you know where you just get stuck in an idea and you just never actually write anything.
Right.
Like that times 10,000 has been me in woodworking because like I'm like, what tools do I need? Like what I've seen about 1,000 projects, and I've gone from like literally not knowing anything to like I know how to use, or in theory, I've seen someone use like these ridiculously expensive like domino. There's a woodworking tool. It's $1,200, and all it does is sit on a tabletop, and it goes, and it makes like a hole that's the perfect size for a little wafer to go in to join two pieces of wood together. It's called a domino, and it's notoriously expensive. It's like a meme in the woodworking community.
And is it worth it? Like, is it that hard to do that with other tools that it's worth $1,200? It must be, right? If that's the price the market has set for it, kind of.
No, I mean it's definitely the easiest way to do that thing.
Right. Yeah.
No doubt.
Well, obviously.
But it's there are new tools that can do a similar thing, but it's way more manual than that. Not way more manual, but it's definitely harder.
Sure.
Right? Like this thing, you put it on top and you go, and it makes the hole perfect, right? The other option is like you clamp this thing on, you take your own drill bit, you take your own drill, put their drill bit in it, and put it in, and like crank it like this, like 40 times, and it slowly goes down like 1 millimeter at a time until it carves away that piece.
Yeah.
And it takes like 12 seconds, and it costs $200. So like for 1/6 the price. And you use your own drill, and it's still $200.
Yeah,
I think I'll just use a screw. Like I don't like my stuff doesn't need to be joined together that perfectly.
So
you know,
learning
what I mean?
about things in an industry where you're not familiar at all, and it's like this happened for me in like carpentry as well, is crazy, right? Like, so do you in your discovering carpentry, did you come across, or do you know what a hammer shot or a trigger shot is?
Not yet.
So we used these when we framed out this wall, and I had no idea this thing existed. But it's called we used a hammer shot. They also make a more expensive one that's a trigger shot where you just pull a trigger. But it's a thing that it's this little cylinder thing. I I still have it. I could probably go get it, but you know, it's this little cylinder thing. You put a nail in the end of it. In the other end, you literally put a gunpowder charge. It fires a nail like a bullet. You put the thing on the frame. You hammer it. You need to wear ear protection because it's a gunshot. Like it's literally a gunshot. You hit it hard and it activates. It sets off the powder and fires the nail down into the wood. And the more expensive one is literally it's like a gun. You just pull a trigger. But this one we had to hit it to activate it. But it was like bang!
That's unbelievable.
And
why is that better than a pneumatic drill, or pneumatic?
I think it's
nailer?
cheap. I think it's cheaper, honestly, but I'm not sure.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
But yeah, it's crazy. I was like, I can't believe it. I had no idea this thing existed, and I think it's like very commonly used, but I just had no clue that it was a thing.
That's terrifying.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah. Don't put your foot underneath it, but like, it's not really dangerous except for like it could blow out your ears if you don't wear ear protection. I think used properly, there's like not much risk. I don't think, but
that's so wild to me.
Now the trigger
that's
one,
so
there's
cool.
more risk because you could be pointing that at someone, I guess, and pull the trigger. Like this one, you have to put it down and hammer it, so it's very. I don't see how you would set it off accidentally. Like, I don't think, unless you like maybe if you like had it loaded in your car or something and got in a wreck. I don't know. Like, it would have to be pretty flukish. Or maybe if you dropped it with it loaded, but you don't load it until you're like literally about to put it down and set it off.
Yeah, my understanding is that most people use a brad nailer, which is like it looks like a gun and it just hammers them in really fast and they're really small nails. And the most common version of that is a compression. You hook it up to a compressed air machine, and they use compressed air to punch it in. And then the other option is you use a battery-powered one. But I've never heard of somebody putting like an explosive charge behind a brad nailer. Or maybe brad nails are really, really tiny. So maybe the nails you were using is much bigger, and you would need a different gun for that. But that's just crazy sauce.
But yeah, I mean, I think part of it is you're hammering down into like serious, like, you know, we're hammering down into like concrete basically or whatever, or like through like multiple pieces of wood. So it's like, I don't know if we were hammering into concrete. I might be getting that wrong. I have bad memory when it comes to stuff. But we're hammering through multiple pieces of wood, and it's for the frame, and you really don't want it to be like crooked in the frame. It's the most important part, I think, right? So you want it to make sure it's like completely straight. So you just need the force to drive it down straight, I think. But
I've heard of a hammer drill. And a hammer drill they're different animals that can go into concrete. Give them the right bit rather than a normal
masonry
drill
bits and stuff.
Yeah, but that's crazy. No, I need to
hammer shot and trigger shot. It's
Who wants to see if we get 5 more subs tonight? AG will hammer shot a nail through.
I'm not gonna use it. I will bring it down here. I'm not gonna hammer shot a nail through my nice shiplap wall behind me. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
You think it goes through the giant metal door? I think it's a good thing.
I'm gonna out-Borland you. I don't think so, Tim.
I think it would be a great test for your door. The door that operates as your desk.
Yeah,
it's a giant metal door. I'm curious if it would go through.
It's not metal. My door is wood. It's a door.
He's right. They're called biscuit makers, or sometimes the hole is called a mallard. Is my understanding.
Oh, so it's like a triopoly. There's just a few companies that make it, so they just jacked up the price.
Yeah, it's a very
Google, I did a thing, nail hammer. I typed in the Google, I didn't know, I couldn't remember what it was called, so I typed hammer that uses bullets, and it came up with power actuated tool. It said the Ramset trigger shot. And I was like, that's it, trigger shot, hammer shot.
Trigger shot.
We used the hammer shot. The trigger shot is the more expensive one that is actually like, it's a gun. Like it has a trigger. Mine didn't have the trigger was on the top.
Oh, the ram shot? Hammer shot, low velocity.
Yes. Ramset
impact.
The hammer shot was the one that we used.
This is $32.
Yeah,
and it just
you get the right nails. You load them in there, and you have to buy the like charges as well. You have to buy like the gunpowder charges, basically.
So basically, every time you have to load a nail into this thing, like going into the chamber, you put powder in there, and then you use it once, and then you have to go do all of this again.
It is I think it's all in one. I think it's like the nail and shot are all in one together. I can't remember.
Yeah, but you still have to load each one individually?
Yes, each one you load individually.
Oh, that's such a pain in the butt.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess if it's only for heavy duty stuff, I guess you only need
we
it
had
like
to do
5
it,
times.
I don't know, like maybe 12 times along this wall or whatever. I think maybe more than that.
When you're going down.
Yes.
Like
yes,
through
it was
floor.
only for the ones going down. Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say you should not need that on every day.
No.
That's awesome. I need to work with your father-in-law sometime. That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
The bits that you hammer are little shaped explosive charges, like a claymore for ants.
That's wild. So cool. But yeah, woodworking, they are just like anything else. They have their super brands and their non-super brands. And the very expensive brand is called Festool, and they're made in Germany. And they make the domino. They have a version of everything. They have a miter saw. They have a table saw. All this stuff, and you can buy one of each. And if they're Festool, it's probably like like $30,000 shop or whatever. All right, I'm all in. I got jacks. We ran into aces. Okay, that's unfortunate. It's dead. Dead on the turn. I was hoping for a spade. Didn't matter. A spade did come, but I don't have one.
So Hot Dog said that the company that bought...
Rebuy.
I'm sorry, man. Hot Dog said the company that bought Risk of Rain ruined it, and he's not being hyperbolic. They made it literally unplayable. The majority of the players couldn't even launch the game. But the lore in both games is you get a distress signal from the edge of the universe. You're a part of a team of people sent to help that distress signal, and then your ship approaches and begins randomly malfunctioning and crashing, and you pick which member of the crew you were who survived the crash, and the survivors have unique abilities.
Oh, there was an ace on the turn. I'm out of that tournament too. What is happening?
GG.
There was an ace on the turn? I didn't even notice. All right, I'm in the 100 and the 50 left, my friend.
Okay.
I'll join you in the $10 rush.
Good luck.
Thank you.
While on the planet, you find weird and seemingly magical items that give you abilities if you carry them around, and get stronger as you follow the signal to the only other place you know there to be life, the distress call. Okay, so the culmination of the game is reaching the distress call, or at least that's your primary goal. Is to head. You're just heading towards a beacon, basically. Okay. And fighting.
I need to see a YouTube video of this thing firing.
It's funny when you look up.
They literally call it 22 caliber.
Yeah. No, you buy 22 caliber shots. Yep.
They call them ammos.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally like indistinguishable. It's a 22 going off. No, it is. So it is to fasten wood. I was second guessing myself, but it is to fasten wood to concrete or masonry surfaces. So that is what we did. It goes through the bottom, like 2x4s in the frame, into the concrete. Listen to the sound.
The gun. It's a gun.
Yeah, it's a gun. I mean, it is a gun. It's for all intents and purposes, it's a gun. It's a gun that they made less gun and simplified to shoot nails in a very specific way instead of bullets.
It's terrifying. All right. Good to know.
Fun to use though. It was fun. Fun. That was the most fun part of the whole thing, probably.
I just that's the difference though. When you get your like when I talk to my father, ask him to build something for me, or you talk to your father-in-law, ask him to build something for me. No guy like this was put up by contractors. There's no way this is secured down to the studs.
Yeah,
like,
right.
This is not into the concrete. This is like this went into the subfloor and was like, oh, it'll probably be fine. But if I kick this, it's going down. But when it's like. But when it's like for family like that,
Dude,
it's
my father-in-law came over.
I can't have this fall.
My father-in-law came over with a book that was like probably written in like 1978, but it's like it all still applies. It's like it was like I forget. I should ask him the name of the book. I could text him right now. Maybe I will. But he came over with a book that was like how to build anything. Basically, it just has like how to build typical stuff, how to frame a door, how to make a wall frame, how to, I don't know, put joists together, all this stuff. And he would just flip to the page and like follow the directions. And then occasionally we'd like look something up, if we were unclear but a lot of that stuff is like, building a wall is building a wall. It's basically the same now as it was it may be some better tools to do it, but it's still basically the same now as it was 20, 30, 50 years ago.
Yeah, probably. That's so wild to me. That's very, very cool. But yes, as for woodworking, I'm excited. I want to try something. I am very notorious. I think a lot of people are for like being a fake, in this case, woodworker, right? Where you just buy all this stuff, but you never do anything. So like, I don't want to be that guy. I'd rather take the 3/4 inch plywood that's left over in my basement and turn it into a square and miter the corners and put all 4 sides together and have them go together right to prove that like, okay, I learned something from all those videos. Now let's go build the little storage unit, at least like a 4 cubby high one, like a 1x4, which might not be that useful, but
yeah,
be cool.
Yeah, it'd be
right?
Cool. Nice. I got called with a flush in the $50 classic. We beat the Trip Kings.
Nice. I have a flush draw on the $100 Benjamin. I would love a club dealer. That's not a club, but again, I pick up a straight draw. That seems to be the way tonight's goes.
What song is this? LOL. Hold on, we gotta go back. What was I? What were we playing?
Club.
Oh, it was I Teach Sins, Not Dougie's. It was a mashup of Panic at the Disco and Teach Me How to Dougie. I Write Sins, Not Tragedies, and Teach Me How to Dougie mashed up together. Why are so many songs remixed to I Write Sins, Not Tragedies? I don't know. It just kind of has that. It fits like a certain BPM, I guess. I did not even like pay attention to the song at all because we were talking about hammers that shoot bullets.
Way more interesting than most music.
Yeah.
Like an 8. Oh. 7 queen deuce rainbow. 8s look mighty good on that flop, but when we're 4 ways, somebody's gonna have a queen all day long.
Are we on the same table in any of these? I don't think so, right? Don't believe so.
I don't think so, no. I'm out of there. Get me out of there, coach. Gee, I'm worried I'm not playing too well. What's going on?
Sorry, man. What do you think? Where do you think the issue lies?
Sorry?
What do you think the issue with your play is?
I don't know. Right now hopefully it's just me running bad and I'm not actually playing that bad, but I don't know. I feel like I'm being too loose. Finding calls in 3-bets. Like calling 3-bets too often. If I had to pick one stat that's probably not right, it's pre-flop response to 3-bet.
Gotcha.
I guess.
Gotcha.
But I don't know, man. People aren't 3-betting enough either on this site.
So what do you? So are you think you're overcalling
average.
or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like the 3-bet size is too small on average on this site. But I could be wrong. Like I raised to 2 and then
right
3-bets to 5. I'm like 3 big blinds to win $1 billion. And then I can't find the fold button.
Right. All right. Limpers, BTFO. We're jamming here in the $10 rush.
But when I'm getting into woodworking, right, I'm watching all these videos, I heard a quote that I thought was very interesting, and I'm curious if you agree with it or not. So
Sure.
The quote is, if you work with your hands, you must learn to rest. I'm sorry, if you work with your mind, you must learn to rest with your hands. And this was somebody who was advocating for.
Jam Days Queen got called by 870 and they beat me now. Doubled through me in the $10 rush. They limp called the 8-7 offsuit.
Criminal. But yeah, just saying.
Speaking of small 3-bets,
woodworking can be therapeutic for people that have jobs.
What is happening here, chat? I think I'm all in. This is weird though. Okay, so now in the $50 classic, I raise under the gun plus 1 flats off of 6 big blinds, and then I get min click 3-bet by the small blind. Yeah, they both folded to my jam of 30 bigs. What?
I definitely misheard this. What?
So okay, so I clicked it. I raised off under the gun with ace king. I got flatted. Okay. A player had 6 big blinds and flatted under the gun plus 1. Then it folds around to the small blind who clicks it to 3 big blinds. I have like 28. Okay. I jam. They both fold.
Interesting. Sounds like you made some
flat
chips.
Fold off of 6.5 bigs. People be crazy, man.
Well, we take those.
It's a weird one.
I'm fine with that.
I mean, I'm fine with it too. It's just a very peculiar hand of poker. The flat fold off of like peculiar. 6 to 7 big blinds cracks me up.
I didn't get texted a single trivia question. Do you think Danielle just knew them all or knew none of them? So that's the only way I see that happening.
So Danielle typically texts you when she has a question, like wants help on a trivia question?
Yeah, if she's not within eye shot of the MC. There's one time she went to trivia.
So wait, you're helping your fiance cheat at bar trivia?
No, I never answer.
Oh, I see.
Or I intentionally wait like 20 minutes to answer.
Gotcha.
Or I ask you and we turn it into a bit on stream.
Yeah.
Usually one of those happens.
Sure. Yeah.
But
the one with like the logos was like impossible. The old.
Yeah,
I still remember the old AT&T logo that was like there was absolutely no shot.
It wasn't similar at all.
Yeah, it was something just a random symbol, or it had like nature stuff in it or something. It was very strange.
But one time she went to trivia, she has a friend from North Carolina that comes back pretty infrequently, and when they do come back, they find a way to spend a lot of time together. So they go to bars a lot, all this stuff. So they went to trivia like basically back-to-back nights. Like they went on Tuesday and they went on Thursday. It was the same guy with the same questions. And to nobody's surprise, she won.
Yeah, you got to get like one wrong on purpose and then just nail the rest of them.
Yeah, she did very, very well. I was at the first round.
You have the
where
answer
we got
key
clobbered.
in school. You can't get 100%. You gotta throw a few on purpose. But not that I ever did such a thing. Not that I ever.
Never
would I ever. So I think the statute of limitations is passed. I can tell this story. I used to have a teacher at a middle school science teacher who, if
definitely statutes have passed.
Yeah. So who would, if you took a test and you got a poor grade on it, he would allow you to retake the test, once, and maybe like it might have been like once a month or something like that. He might have had a limitation on it, but he was lazy. And he would give you the exact same test, and we had the tests like graded that he like gave us. So my friend and I retook multiple tests, and we literally would put in like a bunch of work memorizing like A B B A C A C D A B B B C instead of like learning the material, and then just like go down the line and fill in the Scantron bubbles, and then like I said, miss one or two on purpose. And then turn our like 81 into a 98. With, like,
wait, 81 was a bad score?
I think you could retake. I think this guy was like pretty generous, and you could retake a test if you just didn't like your score.
Wow, we know AG did well in school if he's retaking 81s.
I did high school. I did well in high school.
As you should.
Yeah. I did pretty well. I did pretty well in college.
Yeah, he's 10. That's good. Don't know if we would have got called for more there. King 9-0.
I have a friend. My one friend still harasses me about high school sometimes because he always brings up that like he is a very, very hardworking individual. He became a Navy EOD, Special Forces, and is like
holy smokes,
worked his butt off in school to learn and stuff like that. But he just was as wasn't as like naturally smart as I was, and he used to get so mad at me because I would go. We had a physics class where the teacher again like didn't really care too much. I used to go to this physics class, honors physics at school, and I would literally just nap. I would just sleep in the front center of the room. I would just lay my head down and I would sleep, and then I would get better grades than my friend Dan got on the tests, and he would be so furiously mad at me because I'd like breeze through the material the night before or whatever and be like, I got this, and then he'd be so upset. I was like, I'm sorry.
Honors physics isn't that easy, I would assume.
It wasn't. It was hard, but I don't know. Have you ever had a professor who like this teacher was like, it was more about being able to execute the knowledge, and so he would allow you to have like a note card. You ever have that where like they're like you can bring a note card to the.
Yeah.
I mean, I was always good at like I just make the note card and I'm like, I can just take this formula and I know how to apply it to the problems. I'm good to go. So I don't know. It was one of those.
Sense. I'm all in. Oh, shoot. That's a set. Hold the phone. You'll love to see it. Double up in the Benjamin. Set of threes.
I hope I am going to follow you because I've got Ace King myself right now, and I'm going to put all the chips in.
Good luck.
Raise cutoff button has 3-bet us. We're shipping it in. Statute of limitations followed by my middle school teacher. Okay, listen, maybe not the right turn of like phrase after phrase, but yeah. It's a story about me doing something wrong apart from my middle school teacher. We weren't in, it's not that kind of story.
Okay.
All right, folks, we'll be right back.
We'll see you in a bit.
Bro got a high C, low B, and re-rolled it. WTF? Yeah, but wouldn't you re-roll it if you knew you could turn it like 100% of the time into a 97 or 98? Like, I think the first one I re-rolled was probably lower than that, but then I just got greedy because why the hell not?
Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello, sir.
What up?
Not merch. I'm all in the $10 roosh.
I'm considering being that way too.
Got mine through.
All right, just be a 9. Oh, it really is a 9.
Well,
Okay, I guess I check. Okay. Why am I watching this table? Oh, it's your Benjamin table. I'm like, what? Why is this
am I
table on
here?
my
How did I get
screen right
here?
now? Woo. 9's full versus deuces versus queen 10 who made trips. Wowzers. Yikes. Wow. Hold on. Everybody's got 16 big blinds or less. I'll go all in then. It's very rare you get to like 3-bet to 31 big blinds and not be a mistake when you got 6 people behind you, but they all have 16 or less.
Yeah,
Biggest stack
that's
is
fair.
19.
Yeah, you're only really betting to 17, right? 19. Yeah, 19. I would not want to put myself through that stress. So Hot Dog said, mixing up my food related viewers. Hot Dog said, he said, bro got a high C/low B and rerolled it with WTF. And I said, I think I only got to that point because I did it when it was a lower grade first. And then I was like, well, like if it allows me to just memorize the test and take it, why would I not just take? Yeah, it's a free roll. Exactly. You just memorize the answers and you're guaranteed. I was guaranteed a 9. If anything, I got to the point at the end where I was like, I don't need to like do anything for this test. I can just like tank the damage, retake it, and get my good score.
Yeah, it's just a free roll, I think.
It was not much stress. I mean, I guess your brain had to be somewhat good at memorization. I was always worried that I would end up like skipping one and being one answer off, and then they're all wrong. So I would double check with the answers that I knew a little bit. Like I would look at the answers that I knew for sure and be like, okay, this still fits the pattern. So hopefully I'm good. Yeah, if you missed one early, like skipped one, you'd be very screwed.
I have ace 10. Yikes. 10.
Sorry about that wall of text earlier, by the way. I can break it up if you want. What wall of text are you talking about? The lore in both games one? I don't know what you mean, man. You're good, I think.
I think. I would like some hands, man. I got sub 20 big blinds. I lost that flip, ace king do when I jammed the 20. Like, you can't. It's never a mistake. We ran into eights and they won on the flip, so that's a bummer.
I'm all in, even over a limper here. I've got queen 10 of hearts with 5 big blinds and the $10 rush. It's too much equity in the hand to just let it go based on one person limping. I don't want to over limp when I've only got 5 bigs either. So ship we do. Ship we shall. Get it through, and we flatted aces down here in the nightly Benjamin.
All in a call. I guess we have to exit. We had king queen here, folks.
Their folds turn. Cash game, 3-betting pocket queens. I love how much some cash game players just don't give a fuck. Raise, flat, I 3-bet pocket queens, small blind, snap! Like, they just are snapping, calling everything. They just don't care. There's no tanking for some of these players. All right, still got no repair to the board. I'm all in. What do you got? 10-9 makes 2 pair on the river. Rude. Rude. We'll get back in there. Another buy-in in the cash game. Not only would they all be wrong, but the teacher would get suspicious immediately. Yeah, probably. Now that you mention it, that probably would tip the hand. Like, Keith usually does pretty well. You got a 12 on this. I guess you'd still, I don't know. No, yeah, you'd get them all like exactly wrong. So it would just be wherever the pattern broke. On mobile, so it looks like a novel to me. Nah, you're fine. You're good. Okay. I got trip sevens. What do you got? Ace 9 of clubs. Got him.
Yeah.
I don't know why Ace 9 of clubs wanted to ship it on 7 Jack 7, but we take those. We do not take these though. In the $10 rush, we lose Ace 10 to King 7. We're out of there. I will not re-enter with less than 1 minute of registration remaining. We'll forego that one.
I'm gonna jam in that $10 rush as well. Ace queen against 5-7, huh? Please hold. We are good.
Nice. Gotta love those hands.
All right. Hopefully, don't run into 10 Jack exactly or something. Okay. Every person with that avatar, I think, is you. There's way more people than I expect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. King 9 again. So card dead. King 9 isn't that bad of a hand, but it's not good enough when you're under the gun.
Fair.
I think we will be all in if we get jammed on here. Got King
Good
9
luck,
of
good luck.
spades with 7 bigs.
Mm.
I just insulted the King 9. Hopefully it doesn't bite me now.
Good luck, good luck.
We're ahead. Please hold.
Oh,
No.
my. They just ripped off a straight. Oh, no.
GG.
Oh, GG.
Are you still on the 50?
Yes.
Okay. Should go find your table. Good luck. I know it's
Thank
getting
you.
short now.
Yeah. 6th of 13 at the moment.
Hate jamming over under the gun open, but we're going to. We all in.
Good luck, good luck.
Oh gosh, we got 4 bet.
Oh, jeez.
Pocket 10s. Hopefully it's good enough.
Let's see a flip.
Let's hope. It is a flip. 10.
It's
10 on the flop.
Nice. Very nice.
Sweet. All right.
Big pot in the
Let's
Benjamin.
do it. All right, top 5. You're top 3? Jeez.
True.
Wow.
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 All right, we'll jam the king jack up here. Uh-oh. Got snippety snapped by Junior. Hopefully Junior ain't got nothing. Oh, it's just aces. Well, it's going to be tough. And we're dead on the turn.
GG.
Okay. GG's. I'm down to 1, my man.
Sorry, brother.
At least it's the big one.
At least it is the Benjamin, yeah.
But I still can't even have more chips than you. What's that? It's a pretty low bar normally.
Wow. You went there.
Wow.
Ahead? No, I won. I won. Nice.
You were ahead, and you ended ahead. Did we really have anything to worry about?
Oh, we're gonna call the jam down here. I got King Queen in the Benjamin versus Ace 10 for 15 bigs. We flop a queen and turn another. Very nice.
Easy game. Jeez, man.
I heard the footsteps of your chip stack coming, so I had to widen the gap.
Heard the footsteps. Speaking of, did you watch that Super Bowl? Jeez.
I watch what?
The Super Bowl?
I did, yes. I did.
Chiefs constantly heard the footsteps of our defensive line, running them over.
So true.
Holy smokes, man.
Eagles O-line. Up there with, might be like the arguably greatest of all time from what I've heard. I haven't followed the game a ton, but that's the argument I've heard people make recently.
The offensive line?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Hurts just has so much time to throw the ball.
Yeah. Definitely up there.
Yeah, like 5 all-pro players arguably on their offensive line from what I've heard. Pretty nuts.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. And that's after they lost Jason Kelly, who was a Pro Bowler for Jason Kelsey for ever. And
it's something you always hear, but like you always hear, the O-line is like the most important, the unsung heroes, et cetera, but like to see it in action like that is like just the difference between like, I mean, like the Chiefs, from what I understand, has like the youngest defense in the league, and they weren't able to blitz even once. It's crazy. It's insane.
Yeah. No, they're a terrifying bunch. Do you see Jordan Mailata? Like, he's just a mountain out there. He's ginormous in comparison to everybody else.
I mean, I could probably weave him, but like, gotta let him shine.
He would pick you up and take you to the other end zone.
Yeah. It's not a legal maneuver. No, you can't pick up another player. I'm pretty sure it's against the rules.
I don't think they would stop it.
The whistle. That's against the rules. He is emasculating that man. He's giving him the business. Cannot humiliate another man like that on the field. That's illegal. I'm all in with Ace King in the nightly 50.
Good luck.
Thank you. Pick up the raise and the blinds and antes.
He's moving the 100. Oh yeah.
Yep.
You're at my table now.
I am 2 to your right, yes sir. You already know the vibe, yes sir.
Still got 10 minutes before re-entry closes.
Standard play here in the cash game. Raise, I flat, another player flats, 103 big blind jam. Okay. We'll fold.
Do you have anything?
I had pocket threes.
Which you did.
Pocket threes, I wouldn't mind seeing a flop, but somebody objected to that. Another player at the table rightfully says LOL. Now I hope they do it again, though. Ace is the next hand. Come on. It worked the last time. You can do it this time, too. Come on.
What do you have this time?
I have aces.
Jeez. Scared of my big blind. I get it.
I'm super scared.
I actually do have a really good end. Pocket tens.
Pick those. Beat the 9-5 in the cash game.
I'm gonna check, and I'm going to call more than I want to. Like, in my heart of hearts, I'm like, if I choose to check here, I gotta call a lot of rivers. So that's gonna be my mindset. Okay. Let's hope we didn't run into a flush. Oh. Oh,
Jeez.
it's brutal.
Sorry, man.
Good. It was a good play by him.
Yeah.
All right. We'll rebuy for bullet number 3.
Good luck.
Holy smokes, that is not a lot of chips. Okay, we're gonna make it happen. All right. Man, that's such a bummer.
Players are coming after me with these weirdo bluffs, man. I just called off a hand with top pair in the cash game. They had nothing. 5-7, like undercards of the board. Just coming at me. I don't know if it's the name or what.
We'll take it.
And we will take it.
Weirdo bluffs, accepting donations.
Yeah, right. This is the lore I got from playing. I have over 1k hours in Risk of Rain 1, but not because I was reading the tooltips and lore leaflets. No, definitely not. Definitely not something you were doing.
Lore leaflets. Tough to say.
My father-in-law texted me back. This is the book that it was printed in 1980. It's called New Living Spaces. If you can see this.
New living spaces.
Yeah.
You just got text, by the way. It's just a smiley
It's just
face.
a smiley
we don't want to leak
face.
something
No
important.
worries, no worries. It's not going to be anything anything bad, but yeah. New Living Spaces.
Very cool. Certain things just last forever, huh?
The on top, underneath the title of New Living Spaces, it says putting up walls and ceilings, finishing attics and basements, dividing a big room, new windows and doors, how to tile a floor.
Wow. We win. Very nice. Hold on. I think my table might have just lost its place. There we go. Napped back to reality. All right.
I've got a set of queens here in the nightly 50. We bet turn. We bet flop. They call. We bet turn. They fold.
Gotcha. Easy game. How many you got left in that?
9 with 6 paid. 4 of 9 currently. So a little dicey.
Gotcha. All right. We welcome yammers. Go ahead. Put it in. Cullen, you got no chips. You definitely should. Okay. Beat ace king. Go ahead and open this up.
I call if we see a jam here in the Benjamin. See a raise instead. Well, that might be scarier, but
We flip. Sixes versus king 10. Man, we're right into tens.
Oh, jeez, man. Sorry, brother. I have a girlfriend now, by the way. Yo, Pog, you gotta lead with that next time, man. Congrats.
Congrats. That's awesome.
It's fantastic. How did you two meet?
That's a little bit burying the lead.
Yeah, no wonder he was so charged up by the Valentine's Day conversation. He's in the real trenches right now. That's first V Day.
First V-Day. Very important.
Never know what to expect, man.
I have no idea what I did for my first Valentine's Day, though. So I probably didn't do too well.
Yeah, me either. My daughter, by the way, wants to plan an entire like a Valentine's date for me and Casey. I think it's gonna be Saturday because I'm streaming tomorrow night. But she wants us to like. She's planning out our Valentine's Day date. It's cute.
That's cute.
It's very cute. Yeah.
Does she? What if she plans like trip to Mars or something?
No, I think it's gonna just be sweet things like writing like letters to each other, and there might be some costumes involved because that's one thing that he loves to do is dress us up. I don't know about costumes. There might be like she might like tell me what to wear and tell Casey what to wear to look nice. But you know, a 6-year-old's idea of looking nice is not necessarily what we would choose. You know, so
I hear that. Oh my gosh, aces versus ace 7.
Yikes!
What
man.
is happening?
Holy, you are just
all right.
Running up against the wall.
I admit defeat. I have $500 in buy-ins, where the lowest buy-in where the highest buy-in I made was $100. That's insane. All right, you should probably take the reins for a minute. I'm gonna chill out for at least a little bit.
I can do that.
Oh man. Yikes. Ace 7 into aces.
All right, FT hype in the $50 classic. We're four of 8 with 6 paid, so it's not cash hype yet, even though it's FT hype. So FT less than hype, I don't know, but we gotta be 2 more players at the table. We do see one go all in immediately here.
Good luck. We're rooting for eliminations.
I would think so, yeah.
Spots.
We do see a call. Ace 9 versus ace 5. The ace 5 at risk.
That's an elimination.
That is an elim for sure.
Just like that.
Four of 7. I like the aesthetic look of the BetRiver stuff. I like how they've like sort of embraced like sort of dark mode in their like pinned thing from the start here, and that I like the little highlighted text that says like approaching the money or your next payout and stuff like that. Some good. Yeah. They got some good graphics people, I think.
Yeah, that Figma designs going hard.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna fold here at 8-5 offsuit. We'll let it go.
I can't believe I got crushed that bad.
Yeah, you just ran into it over and over again, man. I'm sorry.
Brutal. Hopefully you can make enough money for both of us.
It's the hope, I suppose. Got a fold there. We had ace 8, but it's just too much of a risk to put our chips in with shorter stacks here. Button does what button should do, and jam's pretty wide there, I'm sure, but let go of the ace 8. Short stack jams. Short stack gets called. Queen 10. A queen would put us through. Instead, the stacks just flip flop.
He's got 7 bigs.
Yeah.
You got 17.
Yeah. Player across from us with 14 as well, so we're 5 of 7.
660 up top would be a nice score, man.
Not bad, not bad. So trying to keep an eye on the Benjamin, of course, with 3rd of 17 there, with 7 paid, but it's still a bit longer to go in that one. Registration did just recently close, though. Did you ever check out any gameplay of the Bazaar?
No, I haven't. You were talking about it before, though, right? It's like
yeah, it's pretty neat.
Auto pets, but way more nuanced, right?
It's like what?
Super auto pets, but way more nuanced.
Yeah, sort of. It's like almost like it's sort of like a story-based like Hearthstone, but along the way you have like that the instance multiplayer that we talked about, the asymmetric, whatever. What do they call it? Asynchronous multiplayer, I think, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. But so like it basically is like you have like days in your journey in the Bazaar, and you pick up items, you go to shops or fight AI along the way, and then at the end of each day you fight another player's like asynchronous instance. And if you the players are the only ones that actually like you either win like a victory point, I don't know what they're called, or you lose health against the players. Against the AI, you just gain like experience or like don't gain experience and items and stuff if you win or lose.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And how long is like a particular run in that game?
I would say it depends on how like slow you make decisions, but between like 20 minutes to 45, somewhere in there, I think, or something like that. There's 10 days, and you make decisions along the way. And there's not 10 days. There could be a ton of days, or like it could be up to like, I don't know, 17 days or something, maybe, if you lose a bunch, I guess. But your maximum score, you can get 10 points. And that's like whatever, I think it's called like a stellar victory or something like that, or a stellar journey. And it's like an unfortunate journey if you get like none or less than 4. There's milestones. It's like 4, 7, and 10, I think. And if you play in ranked, you get chests based on what tier you got to. It's like bronze, silver, or like gold victory.
Interesting.
Gold victory is basically you got 10 victories against players' instances without dying. You can lose because you have like some health. You don't have to be flawless, but yeah, you
that makes sense.
Not lose all your health. It's got a lot of cool mechanics, a lot of cool synergies, a lot of like little like I think they've done a good job of like tweaking the RNG to where there's like it's manageable for an intelligent player to be successful, but there's still like, you know, crazy like lucky things that can happen to you, which is cool about those kind of games. And on the other side, you can just, you know, have like a perfect build, except there's one counter, and then you run into the perfect counter to your build like twice in a row, and you die anyway. Yeah, stuff like that.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's always a bummer in those kind of games, but it happens.
So is it like a card-based game?
No,
Looks like
it's hard to describe. It's not really cards. items, but you put them on like a mat. It's kind of like, I don't know, it has the conceit of kind of like, it looks kind of like a Hearthstone or something, but it's not really a like deck builder in that sense. I don't really know what to call it.
These are always random. They look like cards.
So
they're really just squares that are randomly generated.
Yeah, they're randomly generated, like, but according to like a set of rules, right? Like a certain shop only has certain items. Like some of them say sells medium and large items, and so if you have mediums and large, you might go to that shop because then if you get one that matches yours, you can upgrade it, kind of like Super Auto Pets and stuff like that.
There's a paid beta right now.
Yes. So I think if you
and it's
buy the beta,
be a free beta.
Yes. If you buy the beta right now, you get like an extra code or two to give to other players, and it's sort of like helping to like kickstart the game or whatever. But yeah, it will eventually be free on full release.
That's a weird model.
It is a strange model for sure.
That's totally new. You bought a lifetime subscription to Bumble, so I actually used it every day, and she got extremely lucky that she accidentally swiped right on me.
She accidentally swiped right.
We will
Love story
take it
for the ages. Yeah, man. However you got to run good to find the one for you. It's fantastic.
Life run good. I don't think I would tell Danielle if I swiped right on her accidentally.
yeah, I don't know. As a guy, I might just take that to the grave. Be like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe eventually, once I felt like that was ironclad. I don't know. It's one of those things, though. The longer you wait to tell it, the worse it is that you didn't say it earlier. So it's like you quickly pass the weird point, I think.
No, definitely grave with this one, I think. But yeah, Danielle and I met on Bumble. It's a good spot. I don't know what it means to buy a lifetime subscription. I didn't know they had subscriptions, but yeah, everybody's got to make money, I guess.
Bumble is the one that does it intentionally make women say something first? Yeah.
That's their shtick. It's not a bad shtick, you know. IMO.
Yeah. Got kings in the Nightly Benjamin. We raised over a limper, they called, and we see about the flop, but they folded.
Easy game.
Oh, and we cashed in the $50 classic. I didn't even see the other player get eliminated, but here we are. 6 of 6.
I didn't see it either. When did that happen?
I don't know. Your hands ago. We've locked up $84. Like Naigo said earlier, there is $660 up top. See if we can rally and get after it. On double, and we're pretty in there. This is kind of a haves and haves not sort of situation at this table. One stack with 50, one with 38, the rest with 20 and below.
Yeah, but you got plenty to play with.
I don't know if I call 10 big blinds plenty, but we'll figure it out.
You've done more with less.
It's true. It's true.
That sounds weird, but you have.
It's the title of my memoir, Doing More with Less. The AG story.
The AG story.
I would not title my memoir the AG story. If I ever wrote it, it would be the Keith Becker story. I don't associate with my alter ego quite that much. I do sometimes in internal monologue refer to myself as AG, though, which the first time I did it freaked me the hell out.
No way.
I self-talk.
You actually thought about it in that way?
I self-talk and say AG sometimes, like when I'm talking to myself in certain contexts. It's become such a part of my identity. It's become like my other name. It's weird. It's been so long. Yeah, the first time that happened, I was like, what the fuck? Is this okay? Do I need to talk to a therapist?
It's fine.
I think it's fine. Now let me ask you, I already made my decisions. This is the card. What would you here in my spot with 9 big blinds and holding pocket 2s? I folded.
Yeah, I would fold too, I think.
Okay.
This is in the $50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's fine to fold.
I think we absolutely snap fold if we had like 12 big blinds, the other player's 9 here. It's a little bit closer with being the short stack on the table, but I still think it's a fold. ICM despises those small pairs. We do see a player all in here, put themselves at risk for 9 after the... This is like 2 of the short stacks involved. Oh wow, big stack goes after with ace queen versus 10s. Yeah. And 10s get a double. Not the outcome we were looking for necessarily, but it's alright. It's gonna happen from time to time. Well played by all parties, I think.
Yeah, it's fine. No fun though.
Immediately they're gonna put themselves at risk again. Nope. Patrick says, nah, I'm just kidding. I was just 3-betting for a laugh. Alright, got clear jam here. It's not amazing, but it's king 5. We're all in. We like that outcome. And we will be all in again. Such a good
stack in the Benjamin, man.
Yeah.
Good luck. What do you got?
We will be all in again. I got an ace king this time.
Ace king.
An ace and a king. True. They raise and fold. No longer the shorty. If only just. Raising the Benjamin, we got king 9. See about on 10, 6, 3, and they call. Check. 1 big blind on the river. Nothing makes me want to just raise with no real rationale than this book out of bet. We'll fold the king 9.
King 9 you're opening here?
No, it was king 9 the last hand. This is pocket sixes.
Oh, sorry.
I'd rather have king 9 on this board, but neither of them is amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
All right, so I got to be all in over the top here in the $50 ace king suited.
That's pretty strong. Oh, wow.
Tens and
Huge
sevens,
pot.
big hand. Oh my gosh,
Gross.
that is gross.
That's
the worst way for that hand to go, honestly. I mean, not worst, obviously. I could be eliminated, but
yeah, that's not what we want to see at all.
yeah. Other shorty triples. With sevens. Wow.
Man.
All right, got a real uphill battle now. Nothing we can do about that one. The hand writes and plays itself. Nice
sure.
3-bet here from the chip leader. This is one of the co-chip leaders, because this is a really gross spot when I have 3 big blinds. You can just put pressure on people so nasty. Need a 3-bet wide in those spots for them. Well, I don't have a hard decision.
What is it?
Got pocket kings.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Double time. Double. Well.
Pretty good hand to see. Pretty good hand to see. We got a pretty strong advantage against king deuce.
That's like one of those. You can't have a much
lowest,
more dead than
lowest
that.
equity. Yeah, if it was suited is the only problem in that one. But yeah, it's like the lowest equity spot. I think one of them is kings versus kings.
Yeah.
I always love those poker like riddles. I forget what the one was. It was like, what's the highest value hand you can have and not make a pair or something? I forget what it was. There was some riddle like that that I thought was kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
I always enjoy those.
The ones that can really get your mind in a bend are always fun. I find that they are.
Pocket tens running to kings in the Benjamin.
Oh my gosh. Oh Jesus. Two. If I stop playing, it just transfers to you.
It might have, yeah. I was right before the break too. Ruthless. All right, we're all in here at risk in the 50 before the break. I jammed 5s.
Good luck, 5-5.
Yeah, we're hoping for a flip. Pretty snap jam from Rome. We could be pair over pair situation here too. Yep. 5 ball. Nope.
Sorry, buddy.
It's okay. Pretty clear spots, I think.
GG.
All right, well, not the outcome we wanted there, but we do cash for 84.63, and I was in, I think, only on 1 bullet in the $50, so there's a profitable entry there at least. I'm gonna take the break. When we come back, we'll see if we can spin here from 11 of 11 in the Benjamin with 7 paid. We shall return.
See you in a bit.
Hey, Bulbers. Isn't it what we just said? Isn't the worst pre-flop hand matchup like King King versus King Deuce? Offsuit with the deuce. I mean, I guess you'd have the deuce be the same suit as one of the kings in the King King. I think it's that. I could be wrong. I thought it's something like that. Naigo said he's coming back to the stream, but he has to handle something at his house. He caught a mouse. They caught a mouse in a trap, and he typed a vomit emoji. I'm not trying to put him on blast, but yeah, I mean that is gross. 10 of 11 here in the Benjamin. We are still just splashing around in some cash as well. $10 of 10 with 7 paid here. Pretty well established as the short stack here. The next stack has almost twice as much as us. Like 18 bigs or something at one of the other tables, or the other table. Yeah. Yeah, they got like 19 bigs at the other table. Let's see what we can pick up, see if we can find a double, but we're not going to do it with 960. Three spots to make it, so we're not really, like, even though we are hand for hand, this is not really the bubble yet. We got some work to do to get there. Yeah, I'd imagine the worst matchup you could be in is King Deuce O versus King King, where it's like King of Spades, King of Hearts versus your King Deuce, and you have the Deuce of Hearts, Deuce of Spades. Did you guys see that Kevin Martin is doing the clowniest content of all time, just dealing out cards until he deals a royal flush? It's very silly. Just literally starting with 2 suited connectors that could make a royal and dealing flops until eventually one is a royal. As the short form content that he's making. I'm sure he's Kmart, so I'm sure he's making maybe some entertaining comments along the way or whatever, but it just feels like tripling down on brain rot. It is. I wasn't paying attention to the combo. That's okay. That's what sparked the convo. I did see a tweet today that someone said, would you take this bet? You have 24 hours to make $500 playing poker any game, any stakes you want. If you do it, you win $1 million. If you fail, you die. I'm such a bad gambler. I don't think I would take that bet. I know you could probably like martingale it, but I don't know if I would take that bet. Miraculously here, player checks. Check here. Playing too many tables, so fading in and out. Chat donk. No worries, no worries. I often have said things in chat where somebody's like, yeah, we just talked about that. I'm like, my bad. Wasn't really here. I'm here, but not here, you know? I feel you. No worries. I don't mind being a second monitor, Marty. And you're not really tuned in. I get it. I get how the grind works. I'll be your side piece, you know? I mean, probably shouldn't say it that way, but you know what I mean. I'll be your guy on the side. Naigo's gonna come back to the stream covered in mouse blood. Panting. Scratch marks across his eyeball. It wasn't dead. It wasn't dead, AG. Need some cards in the hundo. Come on. Give me some cards in the Benjamin, folks. Give me something to work with. Not the one. The 10-7. The 10-7 hearts is not the one. Would really like something in this next orbit. Big blind special? It's not very special. Not very special, the Queen 6. AG, my side piece. You got it, brother. Anytime. Obviously not engaging here with the 5 deuce. He was, in fact, not cheesed to meet me. Was he not cheesed, or was he cheesed off? Is cheesed one of those words that is, like, in context can be too like, absolutely, like, polar opposite things? Cheesed off or cheesed, like, cheesed off is pissed off, and cheesed is excited. Or are you just rhyming it with cheese? Cheesed rhymes with pleased. Is that what I missed here? Is this he was not pleased to meet me, and you threw the pun of cheesed in there? Is that where we're going? Is that what we've come to? I'll tell you what we've come to is jamming 9-8 suited if these two don't enter the bot. That's for damn sure. Now, if you raise, I'm annoyed. If you raise, I'm rather annoyed, Caleb. I'm going to tell you that right now. Alright. Clear jam now. It's not the most fun jam, but it is a clear one. 9-8 suited, we're all in. We get it through. We do not mind this outcome necessarily. We still wait for a hand. Deuces. When we see a immediate raise here from the hijack. I do think at this stack depth we still jam the deuces, but this is certainly not a fun one either. There's just disaster if we wait, and it just keeps going downhill. So we're all in with deuces. Called by ace 10 suited. It's a flip. It's no longer a flip.
Good luck, deuces. Oh my gosh! I come back just for the pain.
Yeah. GG out in 10th.
GG, buddy.
How was the mouse?
Man, not good.
I was saying you were gonna come back in a shambles, covered in like scratches. Be like, it wasn't dead, AG. It got me.
It's gone.
Disposed of.
It was gone. Yeah, I don't know. I think I gotta call an exterminator. It's apparently under our sink, which is apparently a really common thing. It's like,
yeah, it can happen.
People keep their trash under their sink, so
yeah, they get into the trash.
Food, and then there's like, if there's any leakage at all from the sink, it's like a water source. So I think I'm gonna have to call an exterminator. Hopefully they find a way to.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Never a fun thing to have to call somebody for those kind of services, but
yeah.
Thanks for joining me tonight, man.
It's a bummer.
Thanks
for having me.
Back at my session, what I was in for 280 and out for 187. So I think we both had losing sessions this evening. Unfortunately, I'm down about $93, give or take. But Nio, thanks so much for being here again. And good luck with your Valentine's Day. I know you got big things planned.
Well, let's hope she likes a jeweler and stuff like that. Hopefully we find something. You as well, my friend. Whatever Eden comes up with, I'm sure will be amazing.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll maybe let you know, or I'll talk about it on stream on the next one. I will be live tomorrow evening, so I might have a story from that either, but it might be happening Saturday too. We'll see. But speaking of which, when do you plan to be live next, my friend?
I'm coming back to stream with you next Thursday. That is my game plan.
That's the right answer. He'll be back with me again next Thursday, folks. As for myself, like I said, I'll be back live again tomorrow night. Hopefully we can get just a little bit further in both of these. Decent performances in both the Benjamin and the 50, but not quite where we wanted to be. But I'll be back to do it all again tomorrow night. For now, we're going to find somebody to raid you off to. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Later.
Later.